I'm back in the game. In the saddle, cut to the chase. I ain't somebody who stays in one place. Ready to go, I'm coming to play. You better know I still got something to say. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. Some things are different, but nothing has changed. Still got my number, still got my name. Tell everybody I'm back in the game. I couldn't handle. No one else could ever hold a candle. Get ready for a battle, cause you know
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the Magic Mile Lobster and Racing in a 1 mile facility. We welcome you to coverage of iRacing on LSRTV tonight, round 17 of the SIM500 Esports Racing League. It is the North Carolina 811 Call Before You Dig Cup Series, and we are ready here tonight to go for race 17 of the year for the second annual Lauren Falkenham Memorial 140 laps around the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Good evening, I am Wesley Outland. Joined alongside is John Muschin Jr. As always, running the boards for Rocket Media and LSRTV iRacing coverage is Mr. Charles Wooten. All right, so John, coming off of the heels of a wild, exciting, probably one of the best SIM500 races we've done all year at Atlanta last week. What will the Magic Mile provide here tonight with these new next-gen cars? Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, sir. Well, if they can keep these cars out of that wall over there, they'll be okay. If not, they're going to have to park their car in the yard over there on the other side of the track where it's wrecked. Sorry. I couldn't resist. We're in New Hampshire. I don't know, Wesley. You're right, man. We had a great show last week. Great race. One of the best of all season, if you ask me. Like you said, Atlanta was great. New Hampshire is going to be the other side of the coin, I think. This is a flat track. Passing is very, very difficult here. We saw it last night in the Xfinity Series. It's going to be all about tire wear and controlling the tire wear. And, well, with these fragile cars, making sure you don't bounce it off of each other too hard or off that wall.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing how things go here tonight. Of course, again, the Lauren Falkenham 140 Memorial Race. 140 laps, 140 miles, because obviously the Magic Mile here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway is 1 mile in distance. There's about 8 minutes left to go in the practice session leading into qualifying. And of course, I'll say this as well, John, it's coming down to the final 5 races after tonight to lock yourself into the round of 20, one of those 20 spots up to decide the Run for Championship. If you want to make a run to go into the postseason, you've got to do it right now and show your strength.
Absolutely, and right now, Falkenham is sitting on top of that crowd with a very comfortable points lead, about 75 points over second place Chad Coleman. But when you look down there at the cutoff, it's pretty close. I mean, we got what I think it's the top 20 they're going, right? So between Joey Jattina at 18th and Doug Roth there in 24th, there's maybe 40 points. So one bad night, one bad race, and you can find yourself outside looking in.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting and fun to watch, obviously, as these drivers will go for 140 laps here tonight at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Let's take a look at the race analysis of the weather conditions, actually, bottom right of the monitor for the weather. Here we go, as it is currently 79 degrees, air temperature, wind speed at 2 miles an hour. Track temp, John, is hot, 120 degrees. Man, it's going to be wild for these cars tonight, I think.
And they got some Tabasco down there on that track, I'm telling you, man. It's spicy. A slick track, especially New Hampshire. We saw it all night last night. The car is it's wanting to bust loose on exit of the corner here. There's a bump coming out of 2 also. That's really violent. And as we've seen in the past, these cars don't react well to bumps. They have a very rigid frame. They got a flat bottom. There's no space down there for that bump to, you know, get up and move and whatnot under the car. It's just a flat plate steel. So, you know, these cars got to be careful. These guys got to be real careful on exit corners. And, yeah, a slick track, Wesley. You know, you want to do the over-under on cautions tonight?
Over-under, New Hampshire, slick track, Kevin DeBrown coming at you. Bob Brackett also behind him is Mons at 49. Oh, in practice, under 5 minutes to go or 6 minutes remaining. Okay, so my producer just said 6 is the number. I've got to go over or under. So I am going to go over. I'm going to say 9 cautions. That's my number tonight, 9.
I'm going with 5.5.
5, what?
Yeah, I guarantee you, we'll see somebody spin but not bring out the caution. Ask me how I know that.
Because you did it last night?
Because I did it last night. No, technically I didn't spin out. I had an equipment failure coming off of 2, and I just turned the wheel all the way to the left until I felt it hit something, so I didn't cause anybody else to be caught up in it, and it didn't bring the caution out. So that's why you call it half an accident, right? Exactly. It's a half a caution. That's what I'm going with. 5.5.
All right, so the over-under is tonight, me, 9. You have got 5.5. If that'll technically count as 5, we'll let that roll. let it slide there. So if he has 5 or 6, it's technical. Look out. Here they come again.
All joking aside, though.
My goodness, that's Ryan there at 99.
You know, all joking aside, Wesley, we've called a lot of these races this year. And races where we expected a lot of cautions, like Iowa, they went caution-free. Richmond, almost caution-free. Yes. And the ones where we expect them to go caution-free were, well, not quite so much. So it's really a toss-up. But this is New Hampshire. And, you know, we've seen this track reach up and bite some of the best drivers on the circuit. So, you know, it's really hard to call. It's a hard thing to really just make a decision on. Will it be a fast race or is it going to be a caution fest? I really don't know.
And if there is any cautions throughout the night where drivers are lengthy in the pits, John's going to be joining us here later on tonight and try to grab some interviews with some of those drivers and some of the new features we've got here in our broadcast coverage. Right now, let's look at the best lap times in practice. Tommy Ryan, 30.467. I'll tell you what, John, Trey Edson's got to turn it around, especially from the bad luck in Atlanta last week. He was so strong in that number 7.
He really was. Atlanta was a surprise for these guys. A lot of guys that we don't normally talk about running up front had a great race. First-time winner, Richard Beasley. Let's not overlook that. Pole sitter, Tyler Dalton. That was his 100th pole across the series. And as we talk about guys putting down fast laps, lo and behold, look who just went to the top of the board.
34.27 for Daniel Falkingham right there. Of course, just bumping Tommy Ryan on a 4.67. Edson now 3rd. Dalton 4th, pole car winner last week at Atlanta. The Daytona winner, Macklin in 30. Look at the Bobby Wetzel coming at you. Boy, it just looks like they're just diving off of that second turn. It's just like an arc. Daniel Falkingham's happy with his car. He parks at the start-finish line and disappears, and we're about 3 minutes left to go here in this practice session. So,
all right. Let me see if I can locate the young man.
Yeah, so John is actually tonight going to try to grab drivers along the way. If they have some bad luck, if they get caught up in an accident, they're going to try to bring them in here and try to talk to some interviews. And, of course, John, I think you got ready to holler at somebody right now, somebody we know very well.
I sure do. I got our points leader tonight, Daniel Falkingham. This young man has been on a hot streak through all, basically, of SIM500 series. Daniel, this is John from the booth. Got yours on?
Hey, how we doing, fellas? How we doing?
Oh, we're ready to go, brother. Another day, another night, man. What you take in New Hampshire so far? Your fastest in practice right now.
I love New Hampshire, man. It's my home racetrack, so I got some pretty big expectations coming in here. I do every single year. Won this race in 2020, got wrecked last year, and finished second in 2019. So hopefully we can get another win. And I mean, like I said, it's my home track, so I got major expectations. Love this place. A lot of throttle time. Nice, flat. Definitely a driver track for sure. So I'm looking forward to it.
Daniel, quick question for you. This race is the memorial for your father. It's the second annual, if I'm not mistaken. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your dad and the feelings you have coming into tonight, knowing that this race is all about your dad?
Yeah. He was a great father. Love going to races. We've been going to New Hampshire races since like maybe 2013 and stuff. Passed away from pancreatic cancer just last year. He got diagnosed in like February after the Daytona 500, and then 10 weeks later he passed away. So it came upon us quick. But I know how much he loved racing. He was a big supporter of my sim racing. One of my biggest fans, probably my biggest fan of sim racing. So definitely this race means a lot. Considering it's my home racetrack. This is the track we went to the most. And so yeah, definitely got a lot of heavy hearts racing tonight. So hopefully we can pull off a dub tonight. Tried to do it last year and we got wrecked. So hopefully we can change that this year. But he was great. Surely will be missed. But yeah, every time coming to a home track like this, so it weighs heavily on my mind.
Yeah, I tell you, Daniel, it sounds like for sure just hearing those words from you, if you get this win tonight, it would probably be the biggest win of your SIM500 career. We're going to let you go so you can get ready to qualify, man. Good luck tonight.
All right, thanks, guys. Y'all enjoy the show. It's going to be a good one.
Hey, there you go. There's Daniel Falkingham. Thank you, John, for setting that up. And, of course, along the way tonight, we'll have more driver interviews of drivers that have problems in our over-under of cautions. And now, speaking of the yellow flag coming out, it is now officially over with the practice sessions. Practice will now become qualifying. And, obviously, John, you heard the emotion there from Daniel Falkingham talking about this is his home track. This means a lot to him. He's always attended this track. He wants to win the Lorne Falkingham Memorial if he can get it done tonight.
You know, we've seen him win a lot this season. Determined young man, very skilled. Sure. But tonight, I think you're going to see a whole new level of skill and determination from that young man, Daniel Falkingham.
The field is getting ready. Team Voodoo on the racetrack first. Of course, Voodoo is one of the proud sim partners of my colleague in the booth, John Muschin. There you go. 31, Voodoo Racing entry. Eric Arnold, his Chevrolet Camaro gets us out of the box first in qualifying, John.
Eric's looking really fast tonight in practice. We had a rough night last night. He finished top 10, though, at the Xfinity race here in New Hampshire. He says he hates this track, but if you go back and look at his record here, he's actually got some really great runs here, so we're looking for something big out of him tonight.
We'll see what he can do now. Eric Arnold on the clock. He is officially on the clock now. We'll see what type of lap time he puts down. All these cars all on the racetrack at different times as well. We've also got other cars out there of Dalton and Dairyman, and of course Ferrari, Jatina. But we're watching now Eric Arnold, the 31, working his way up the high banks, way high.
Blew that entry right there.
That just messed him up big time there.
He's probably going to just park it and start from the rear, I guess.
So, John, here comes Sean Dairyman. And if you remember, Bud, he had a pretty good run at Atlanta last week before he bounced off the wall and got caught up in an accident. We'll see what his Chevrolet Camaro can do, the 3D09 machine.
Yeah, I was just talking to Sean down in the pits earlier, one of our fellow broadcasters, as a matter of fact, for another network. And he's looking forward to this race. He's got a spotter tonight. Hopefully they'll be able to tell him, hey, look out for the cars ahead of you that are spinning. That's what he really, that's going to come in handy later on. So he's looking to have a good run tonight. And you know what's crazy is we were just at Atlanta, a mile-and-a-half track last week. And I don't know if you noticed how tall the spoilers were on those cars, but then we get here to New Hampshire and look, they have no spoiler at all.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. Look at Sean Dairyman now. We'll see what he can do here. Right now, 14th in qualifying. Beautiful looking car. As we'll see what that Chevrolet can do here in turn number 3 here at the Magic Mile at New Hampshire. Working his way off of turn number 4, working on the exit here, and he will now come to start finish. Crossing the line, will he improve? Mid-pack, he's 17th. Will he go any further? He will not. Currently still 17th right there. Here comes Daniel Falkingham. It looks like he just got in the wall there, John.
He did. I was watching him in the server. He's going to reset and try that again. I don't think it actually crossed the line yet and taken a lap. So that didn't count for anything at all. So he'll be able to reset that car and get back out there. Meantime, watching Chad Coleman on track. Sitting at the top of the charts right now, though. That 99. Sorry, Nelson Rivera. Nelson Rivera, there's a name we hadn't said in a while.
Yeah, wow. And here comes now Chad Coleman, the Georgia native, with a tap-out running entry, one of the longest-running drivers of SIM500 competition on the tap-out running entry, Chevrolet. Been a while, Sam. Been a while, John, since we have Tad talked with Chad Coleman in Victory Lane on the series.
It has been a while, but Chad, like you said, one of the longest-running careers here in SIM500. Well over, I think, 1,000 by now, isn't it?
Yeah, he's surpassed over 1,000 starts now so far in the Chad Coleman entry crossing the line. He'll be mid-pack right now, 12th in his last qualifying lap, of course, the driver of the car, number 38. And that is a 30-77. All right, one more shot at it now. The January 31st, number 39 Chevrolet Camaro for the Lauren Falkingham Memorial. His father, here he is now, Daniel Falkingham of the 39.
Daniel's had trouble in qualifying. He had another incident on his second attempt. This is now his third attempt. We'll see if he can't get something done here. 32.9 is not going to get anything done.
So it looks like John having to start back for Falkingham, the points leader, and rally his way up to the front, get some pit strategy in the early going. There's Brian Macklin, trans service entry into the wall. And his Toyota is now going to have to come back and reset. All right, Trey Edson, look good in qualifying, top 3, top 5.
Ooh, he's fast.
He's
That's
on the
a
clock
fast lap.
now. Personal comfort, number 7, second fast.
Ow.
And he's got another lap left, John.
First lap's the money lap. That's one thing we did learn last night was the second lap is usually a bit slower. But we'll see what Edson can do here. He's going to try it anyway.
He's second fast.
I don't think he's got enough time. He does not have enough time.
He ran out of time.
But still, I mean, look at that time, man. He was only 4/100ths of a second off from the pole there.
What a valiant effort there. And now 1 minute away. Take advantage if you can to go back out there on the racetrack and get a couple of laps under your belt before you do get ready for the feature. 140 laps, we're ready to go. Hey, by the way, hey, there's that tide rod, number 10, pulling away, Mr. Beasley. A lot of momentum after getting that first career win last week at Atlanta. Wow.
Yeah, he's riding on a high right now. We'll see how long it lasts. New Hampshire has a habit of popping that bubble really fast. As we watch Kevin DeBrown burning it into pit road right there. And I tell you, that's tricky. It's so tricky to get onto pit road and then coming off of pit road. You have that cone, right? The blue cone of death, as I like to call it, that if you merge out on traffic before you get to that cone, you'll get a penalty, right? Well,
it's that blend cone.
The margin of error between the inside of the cone right there and the outside is exactly the width of one race car. There is no margin of error. I cannot tell you how many times most of the field last night bounced our cars off that inside wall trying to make sure we didn't get a penalty for going over the outside line.
There you go. And remember that blend rule, as we mentioned, it's just like in real racing. There's that blend line, the blend cone, right there. You see it on the top right, just a little smidge of the cone there, the bottom of the apron, on the grass. And, of course, you cannot commit to coming onto the racetrack till you pass that cone. If you do, you're subject to a penalty like John mentioned. All right, starting lineup, Nelson Rivera on the pole. The Lowry, number 22, to the outside, Trey Edson at 7. Row 1. Row 2, Tommy Ryan in 99. He was pretty quick in practice. To the outside, Atlanta pole winner, Tyler Dalton in 19. Row 3, Kevin DeBrown coming at you earlier that final warm-up, 93, and Justin Mons in the 49. Row number 4, Randy Oakham in the number 8, Charles Woods in the number 40. And around that, the top 10 at the Magic Ball, Bobby Wetzel of the 9, and Bentley Glazer, Bristol Dirt winner, your top 10.
Row number 6, inside, Dave Comstock, his outside, Robert Freire III, the 77 car. Inside row 7, Chad Coleman in that 38, his outside, Scott Simley in the 12. Inside row 8, Mike Kelly in that 2 car. His outside, Joey Jatine in that 14. Joey hoping to turn his luck around this week. Inside row 9, Anthony Calantoni in the 84. To his outside, Glenn, the Rhinestone Racer Campbell in that 44 car. And inside row 9, Scott Stenzel in the 42. To his outside, Voodoo Racing, Stoney Benfield in the 75.
Row number 11 will find Eric Arnold at 31, Sean Derriman of the 09. Row 12 here on the grid, Daniel Falkingham mired back in qualifying, 23rd, and E.J. O'Rourke is 24th. Brian Macklin, the 30, is in the 25th position, and the Atlanta winner, Richard Beasley, 26. Row 14 on the grid, Josh Parker of the 81, the Daytona pole winner, and good to see Kevin England of the 127. He was 28. Row 30, or row 15 of the 30 starters. Ron Holyfield in the number 1, Doug Smigman in the 04. The rest of the lineup, including also Ed Burrell in 21 and Brian Workman in the 74, along with Dwight Beverly in 01, Gerald Livingston in 96 for 34 drivers ready to go here at the Magic Mile. The Lorne Falkingham Memorial, 2nd edition, New Hampshire, ready to go. 140 virtual laps, ladies and gentlemen. You have a race. Outside lane will pound on the leader of Edson, trying to get around Rivera. And here we go out of turn 1 and 2.
Oh, already got a spinner.
Oh, no.
2nd place.
And that's Trey Edson going around.
And he
Coleman
gets a
has
lot.
also
Falkingham's involved.
Falkingham
Arnold's
is also
involved.
collected. Campbell involved. Macklin is involved. Beasley, Atlanta winner. I think he just got caught a piece of it. Massive crash here. Oh, my goodness, on the opening lap. Wow.
I mean, that was a lot of over-aggression there, it looked like to me, on Rivera. I mean, I'm just calling it the way I see it. He just sent it. I mean, he just sent it into the turn there.
Trying to find that replay for you, and look what happened here. Watch those battles with those leaders again, and look at this. Also with a new replay. I can see the lead camera live on the bottom right. There's the replay of the big wreck on the big screen, and oh my goodness, man. Yeah, oh wow. Oh my. Beasley, by the way, hashtag fake news. He just got on the binders to avoid getting collected. That's why he stopped, and it dropped him on the scoring pylon. Let's look at this, John, from the overview. You said again, maybe a little too aggressive by Rivera on the start here.
Yeah, great shot right here from Cody down in the trailer. This will tell you everything you need to know. That car is not going to want to turn right. That's how hard he went. Look how hard he washed up right there.
It looks like it's just going straight. It looks like it's just going straight into the apex of the corner. And obviously you're in the tunnel turn, and that's not fun either here at New Hampshire.
Nope, big old bump right there. And I mean, Edson, I mean, he can't just jump on the binders right there. He sees that car coming up. All he can do is get out of the gas, hope that he gets missed. He didn't. It got him a little loose, and then he got polished off by Tommy Ryan. And then from there, well, we saw the calamity that ensued. A lot of cars gathered up in that, but luckily not a whole lot of serious damage, except for maybe the 31. He took a pretty hard hit in the wall there. We'll just have to wait and see what happens.
And remember, no fast repairs in this series. So obviously, if you go on the damage clock, you got to try to figure out some kind of way to patch it up and get back out there. You know, we looked at the replay from the blimp view, and I'll say this, you know, John, it looked like the 22 either didn't fire on the start or he spun his tires coming to the green flag, and that bunched up everybody behind him. And then finally he got up to speed, but when he got up to speed, it just seemed like the car wanted to just go straight, and he turned right into the 7 of Edson.
Yeah, I just drove it in too hard. I mean, you can't go into that turn that hard. You're just going to do exactly what happened there. You're going to wash up. And, you know, unfortunately, it took a bunch of drivers with him. And I'm sorry if I sound distracted. I think Falkingham may have just gotten a penalty.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure he exited pit road while pit exit was closed. And I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. He's back on pit road now trying to get some damage fixed to his car. And he's not alone. He's got Eric Arnold in there with him. Those two actually met on racetrack in that wreck. So we'll see how it pans out. He's still got some time, though. The lights are still on the pace cars, so they can get some more damage fixed there.
So already one caution. Remember the over/under 5.5 for John. It's 8-9 for me. So 6 was the number according to our producer, by the way. Nelson Rivera, the still leader. Tyler Dalton second. Brown and Mons and Yoakum top 5 when they get the reset. Falkingham, I think, on board. Is he speeding on pit road possibly? Oh, wow.
Yeah, he exited pit road while it was closed, or exited while pit exit was closed, excuse me. So
that explains the penalty there on the 39.
Yeah. It's
That's
unfortunate, you know, but NASCAR's got their rules. I'm just saying.
NASCAR and SIM500, you mean? SIM500.
Yeah.
SIM500's got their rules.
Justin Mons with a new paint job tonight. I like that red.
Yeah, I do. It's sharp. It's sharp-looking gamer number 49. We're ready now for the restart. First time tonight. Pace car lights are off. The Mustang ready to drop onto the pit lane, the field to come back into the Geico restart zone. And we'll try this again. Rivera, much better start this time, coming to the green flag, and he has set sail away from Dalton, Brown, Mons. There they go into 1 and 2.
This time a much cleaner start for our leader of Nelson Rivera there in the LaRue Mustang. And behind him, the Brown and Tyler Dalton still kind of side to side there. Meantime, looks like they're going to single out behind the Mons back there in 4th, Yoka back there in 5th. So right now we have a much calmer restart than we had on the real initial start.
Yeah, definitely going to keep an eye on that. It looks like everybody is happy as they work off the corner. There you go. Stencil down there on the inside of the 42 machine. There goes the 40 of Woods. Paul Kelly up there. Richard Beasley right behind Josh Parker on the bottom. And all the while, this race goes finally a couple of green flag laps after calamity on the start. Rivera, there's Stencil getting around Woods. He'll make his move on Simley for 6th in turn 3.
Big move by Simley there, or excuse me, on Simley there, as we watch this go down with Woods in the 42 car. Scott Stenzel. Just a quick update on Mr. Falkingham, our points leader. 1 lap down currently, but they did clear the black flag, so he didn't get penalized in a stop and go in the pits. And hopefully he'll be able to get that lap back with another caution here.
All right, so he got lucky there. That's good. All right.
Right,
but he is all the way in the back.
Yeah, he is in 33rd spot right now, 1 lap down. Not a good start, but he's got a lot of distance left in this in this race is what I'm trying to say.
If there's anybody looking for a yellow flag right now, and
there it is. There it is.
There it is. Put it back on the lead lap again. Back in the saddle again, as they say.
And that happened right in front of him again. And this time it's the car 21 of Ed Burrell.
He didn't get collected in it, did he? Not this time.
No, not this time, but boy.
Here's your replay. Here's your replay.
Heck of a hit.
Oh, the 21, Ed Burrell. Look at this. Inside, outside. What is this? The second race returning back with us on SIM500 too, isn't it?
Second or third, yeah.
Good to have him back.
Ooh,
just a little punt there from Tommy Ryan. And second time off of Edson. Edson able to keep on. And into the wall is the driver and the Linux sign of the number 21 of Ed Burrell. Well, yellow flag number 2.
Not the way he wanted that to go, but I tell you what, Edson right now has got to be feeling cursed. He just can't stay out of other people's wrecks tonight.
Caution out again. Charles Woods there on board there, looking at the number 40 Crown Royal car. Nice looking car, by the way. It's like white and gold. What'd you say? Making you thirsty?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
Whatever do you mean, sir?
I thought you did. That's a nice looking wrap job on that car, though, by the way.
Yes, it is. It very much is. Let's talk about Rivera. I mean, you know, he's made some races this year. Just he's had some bad luck here and there, but running up front right now. I mean, Nelson, you know, he's one of those part-time drivers. Looking really good right now. I'm checking to see how many races he's actually made in this season. He's got 11 starts out of the 17 races we've had.
Up there you see Falkingham getting that wave around, if you will. Free pass. He moves back to the number. He moves to the lead lap is what I meant to say. But he's going to be at the back, but he is not a lap down, so that's a good thing.
And he'll be able to duck in, get some damage fixed. He's still got a little bit of left rear damage on that car and some right front damage. And we did find out that damage does affect the way these cars drive. For whatever reason, with this new damage model that iRacing brought out, aero damage hurts a lot.
And so here's the thing also, you know, this is, again, the Lauren Falkingham Memorial. You got to think Daniel is also racing with a heavy mind, heavy heart. You know, obviously this race is special to him. This track, virtual or reality, is special to him. You just heard that in his opening statement when we had him on talking about being fastest on the board in practice. And by the way, this little bad luck he's having right now, John, we've seen it a time or two before where, you know, you think you count him out, and all of a sudden he's right back there at the end of this thing. There's still a long way to go.
I was going to say Dover. I mean, granted, with the damage model we have now in this car, there won't be another Dover. I don't think we'll ever see that again. But, I mean, if anybody can do it, it's Falkingham. And I'm watching him. I'm in the server, and he's got most of that damage fixed now. His car looks almost good as new. So look out. We've got a very determined young man coming out of the pits now, back on the lead lap. I would say that we're going to see a lot of passing from him over the next few laps if we stay green.
So the pace car lights are still on. We're under the yellow flag. Hey, by the way, that'll give us a chance here to remind you, double header cup racing tonight. Justin Prince and myself will be back here with you later on tonight, 11:25 Eastern time, for coverage of the Northwest Racing Series. The Cup cars are at Pocono. We go to the Magic Mile now, to the Tricky Triangle tonight. That'll be a fun one.
I love Pocono.
I do too.
That's one of my favorite tracks.
It's like a racetrack that's, you could race like a super speedway or a road course.
Yeah, and what's crazy is it's similar in banking to New Hampshire, right? And I can drive. I've won at Pocono. I can't drive at New Hampshire, dude. I suck at this track.
Hey, and guess what? We are at Pocono for SIM500 next.
Yes,
Monday
we are.
night.
It's going to be a great
Monday
race.
Night. Indianapolis all on the way. 5 races remaining after tonight for the run to that round of 20 in the championship playoffs. Here we go. Lights off with the pace car. It is about to drop back onto the pit lane. Rivera, Dalton front row, DeBrown and Mons, followed by Yoakum top 5. Into the Geico restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Rivera gone again as they hustle and tussle for second behind him.
Yeah, he got a great start. Let's touch on that real quick. I believe iRacing, I know SIM500 did, but I think iRacing totally disabled the restart zone thing that we had for the longest time. Well, not the longest time, it only came out like, what, a month ago? But my point is, we're back to that thing now where if you're not right there up beside the leader, and you guys second, starting second, you're gonna lose the restart every time.
You
Kind of
see him all
disappointed in that.
Honda line single file now inside the top 5. As there you see DeBrown, he's in third. Bond's behind him. He'll now size up Tyler Dalton for the second position. Dalton sideways, almost slaps the safer wall barrier. He saves the car, but he lost ground on DeBrown. DeBrown will clear him to go to second and 3.
And now he's got Mods breathing all over his back door right there. Right now, Tyler needs to take a deep breath, relax, let the anger go. He's going to be a little angry getting tapped like that. Let it go and just gather himself back up. This is not the track where you can stay angry and not be focused on your next entry to the corner. You have to put it behind you as quick as you can.
Rivera is the leader. Brown in second now. There is Tyler Dalton and Mons, and we got some great battles going on. Beasley, Macklin going at it behind Parker in the top 10 in the 3.
Wow, what a move by Macklin. Very aggressive pass on the inside there to get around Beasley in that 10 car. Beasley, another one we saw earlier, involved in that initial incident. Still in the top 10, though, having a good run. But Macklin, whoa, he's a man on a mission.
Rivera, the man out in front, half second back to Brown after the problems there with Dalton earlier. And look at this, oh my. Oh, Eric Stensel and Macklin going at it for position. Look at this gaggle of traffic behind them there. Take your pick.
Cody, if we can get the camera on Falkingham for about a lap or two. He just passed 3 cars. Oh, got a car out of shape. He saved it. Falkingham passed 3 cars in one turn on the apron. Down below the yellow line.
Wow.
I told you, he's a man on a mission.
And this is in the back with Falkingham, the points leader, mired into the 22nd position. Trying to now climb, getting around Scott Stensel if he can get to him. All this happening here along with, oh, we got a caution, third yellow. The race caution is out here tonight. And Kevin England, I believe, Buffalo Wild Wings, number 1. Oh my, they have good chicken wings. Caution out, 127. Really, I didn't mean to get off subject, but I know our producer likes chicken wings also. So, yes.
What's not to like?
The BWW 127 Chevrolet, Kevin England. Problems, caution, third time. Here's a replay. Live screen on the bottom right. This is your replay on the big screen, and look at this. Oh, my, what happened to you, buddy? Okay, I'm understanding he might, we're looking at the replay here. Yeah, maybe it's not him. Okay. Somebody got man through the water bottle. Somebody got man through the water bottle on the racetrack. Oh, it's Workman. 74, Workman's car that went around, actually.
Did it,
Brian
though?
Workman did it though, right? Exactly. That's not, hey, that'll count as 2.5.
That's my half, right? No, not really. I mean, the caution came out.
That's right. That's right. So it's actually 3. Caution flag number 3. But that would be something you would call your half right there if the yellow did not come out. Then there's
There it is. The
another
car stopped
spin
the
there.
turn right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
my.
this is after the yellow had already fell. Was that Livingston, I think? Oh, my. Wow.
No, that is the
Sigmund.
car of Doug Sigmund. He spun.
Yeah, Sigmund's car.
And he
Yeah.
did bring the caution out. Yeah, that was him. And it's a good thing. I mean, he was right in the racing line. So you definitely want to get the cars woe down for that.
Yeah, certainly. You know, mile track here at New Hampshire, totally different than last week in Atlanta. What is the differences on the setup, obviously, in the way these drivers would handle these cars? Obviously, you ran a SIM500 Xfinity race last night here at New Hampshire.
Man, we touched on this last week. Driving in Atlanta was really a combination of plate track racing and, the best of plate track racing combined with the best of a mile and a half. You had to learn how to control the car. You had to learn how to, not overdrive the tires at Atlanta, but you could really go hammer down. I mean, literally, full throttle most of the first 10, 15 laps, and then the handling went away. The car got a little slick, but it was still fun to drive. Here at New Hampshire, these two corners, you drive them almost completely differently. There's a lot of braking. Braking's very important in New Hampshire. You have to get on the brakes, the right amount of brakes at the right time. If you don't do that, you're going to completely miss the corner. And you've heard drivers talk about technical tracks, Wesley. Well, this is a technical oval, not a technical road course, technical oval. If you mess up the entry on one corner, it's going to affect you for another lap or two after that.
And that replay that you saw in real time was another shot of Sigmund there going around and bonsaiing through traffic. So here we go. We're ready to settle in for the restart again here. 20 laps completed, 120 remaining of the Lorne Falkingham Memorial second annual race. Green flag, Rivera still the leader. Brown right there, tucked in with him. Mons is going to try to make something work on the top shelf as Tyler Dalton will hug the bottom. Meanwhile, behind him, they're 2x2 at full song, like under the pace car speed going to turn 3.
Indeed, they are. Tell you what, Rivera's going to love that clean air. That's something we learned last night. Clean air was very important to have. Justin Fuller, it's so hard for me to put that name out there on the air, sorry. Justin Fuller led a lot of laps last night, but when he messed up on a pit stop and got back in dirty air, it killed his race. Absolutely killed his race. Still finished second. But my point is, just clean air is king here in New Hampshire. And a quick update on our points leader. He's up to 22nd, currently working on 21st, and he's just a man on a mission. He's making up.
Hey, he's on the. He was on the top. Whoa, did you see
He's
the
on the
contact
apron again.
there?
He's on the apron again.
I just caught him doing that, man. He was going 3 wide below the apron trying to pass these cars.
The thing is, that
Somebody
helps
needs
the
to put
car
up-
turn, but you've got to be really good at driving a loose race car.
Exactly, and I know that there's all sorts of crazy racing going on.
Oh, in front of him.
Wetzel
Another
to
one. Wetzel
Falkingham.
loses
He turned him. They all go around, spinning, caution, 4th time at New Hampshire. How much damage is on the 39? It all happened when Wetzel went around in front of him.
Not too bad, actually. His nose was not that bad at all. He was able to get on the binders, get his car woed down enough to where it was just minor impact. But my goodness, his heart has just got to be pounding right now.
Caution out with Falk. I told you guys, put a battle cam on Falkingham. Watch him all night long. This is before the caution fail. Look at this. Look, Wetzel. Oh, I don't know. Oh, John, he got the left. He got the left front.
He did. I mean, but I'm looking
He
at him
got
in
the
the server.
valence on the
It's
left front
not
of the
too bad.
39.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's a heartbreaker, too. And, I mean, it's nothing he did wrong. Wetzel just got in there a little hot and got loose and lost it. And Daniel was so close to him, he just didn't have anywhere to go. But, man, what's with the cautions already? Come on, guys, slow it down here.
Oh,
I haven't won one of these yet this season, man.
You're over under a shot, John.
It is.
Well, anyhow, that's the way the mob flops, as my daddy tells me.
Oh, my goodness. Man.
Yeah, fun times.
Hey, give me 1 second. Be right back.
All right, John's going to try to probably step away, try to grab somebody in our booth here real quick as That's something we are working on, is getting some interviews along with our coverage here tonight. Rivera is the man that leads the way, and Brown in second, Dalton third, Parker and Mons right now is currently in the top 5 here tonight for round number 17. And I believe John Mushton's got our in-car with Daniel Falkenham.
I do. I've got you. Daniel, you got your ears on, buddy.
Hey, how we doing?
You're having a rough night, brother. Talk to me real quick.
Yeah. I screwed myself in qualifying because I wrecked my lap, so I got stuck back there in the hornet's nest. After the first wreck, I thought I was going to be good, and then I got hit in the right rear, and then I got some left rear damage, and then guy got stuck a lap down trying to fix my damage. Got our lap back, just really hard to pass, and then I got wrecked again. So I finally put on my first set of tires, because if I'm going to go anywhere, I gotta put on tires and try to make moves that way, because that's the only way I feel like I'm going to go forward, just being this deep in the field. Just I had to burn a set right now early, but I think it's the only way I'm going to do anything. So, yeah, I mean, if this was the race to put on a show, I guess it had to be this one, and I'm kind of glad I'm going to hopefully put on a show for all of you.
You're not done yet, though, are you, Daniel?
Oh, no, I got no damage. I had a minute of damage on that first lap, but it's all fixed and the car is clean, so we're ready to fully send it.
You just heard him. He just said he's ready to fully send it. The lights are off for the pace car in the back stretch, so we'll let you go, bud. There you go.
Oh,
Daniel
my goodness.
Falkenham. You just heard him say, send it. Camera crew, follow the 39. Whatever you do, follow the 39. He was driving through the apron into the grass the last time before the caution failed, John. That's how desperate he was, going 3 and 4 wide, bonsaiing to clear these cars. We're going to try this again.
That is determination, man. That's all that is right there, determination and skill. Well, here we go. This is going to be exciting to watch. Goes back to green here, Wesley.
Yeah, back in the Geico restart zone, green flag back in the air. And it is Nelson Rivera ready to bring them back to speed here into turn number 1 and 2. Look at the 3-car battle for the bridesmaid spot. Second position up for grabs. Brown, Dalton, Parker, all in this mix. They're looking behind them. Mons also under attack by Simley. All this happening now as they reach speed into turn number 3.
Down through turn 3, Parker stuck on the outside. Now, what's crazy is we saw the outside was actually the way to pass in the real-life race and in the Xfinity race last night, but it looks to me like if you can get it done down the inside, you're going to be a lot better off as we watch Parker take that spot away from Dalton.
Lap number 28 on the board here now. As they come to the line, it'll be lap 29. Back straight away. Oh no, Scott Stencil.
Another one around.
Macklin, into the wall, slamming, bottom of the apron. This might be your half. This might be your half a caution, John. You looked up. 4.5. 4.5. No yellow.
What did I tell you? You're going to see at least one of these.
You got it. We have to put it on record that it is official. 4.5. But mind you, though, John, you said 5.5 cautions. We just got one more yellow left, and that's it, brother.
I know. And I feel bad. You know, we're laughing, but it's at the detriment of 2 drivers that were having a great run. You know, they're going to be okay. I mean, there's a long race to go. They might have some minor damage, but they're still driving. So that's the good news. The bad news is 14 seconds down, and Macklin's gone ahead and gone into the pit, so I'm not sure if he's going to be coming back out or not. We'll find out real quick.
Hey, by the way, John, Daniel Falkenham, when we last spoke to him on the restart, he was 28th. Is the man sending it? He's now 17th in the car number 39. On your timing and scoring, right there, top right of the monitor. He's the one going 3 wide. Watch the replay. This is how he got it done around Arnold.
This is
live, actually. We're showing you the live race and the front leaders on the bottom of the camera. We're watching the Falkenham cam on the front straightaway.
We're watching everything. Everything we can.
This is ham vision. Back straightaway, Falkenham, look at him. He is on a quest. He's on an ascent. You heard him say, John, he's going to send it.
We did. Right now, I'm talking to Brian Macklin. Macklin, you got your ears on, buddy. He left the channel.
And we'll try to reconnect with Brian Macklin here in a little bit. As right now, there you see Falkenham trying to go 3 wide again. 3 wide at the bottom, in the middle. Bristol Dirt winner. Hot dog between the bun. Hot knife through bun. They're making contact. Oh, my. Falkenham cleared him. Are you serious?
Y'all, I don't want to be on the track in that dude's way right now. I'm just telling you straight up.
I think O'Rourke is after him. Did you see the way he just...
Oh, yeah. O'Rourke's not happy with how he did that, but you know what? My hat's off to the kid. He's determined. That's all I'm going to say about that. We've seen other guys do worse in this series, so, you know, here we go. Watch this again. I think this is a replay. Are we back to live?
No, this is back to live. And
Okay.
John, he was 28th on the restart. Look at him go down below there. Oh, for three.
He thought about it.
Again. Oh, my. Macklin, Yoka, Beasley, someone clear a path.
Macklin has retired from the race after that incident on the backstretch with Stenzel.
That was
and
Coleman. My apologies, Coleman.
Yeah, he's declined comment. 3 wide going into one. Watch him. Here goes on the apron. Look at that.
Look at this. Oh. Fucking hell.
Hold on to it.
Saved it. He was sideways, but all that momentum he had, he lost.
Yes, and that's the danger of doing that maneuver. You know, it's like playing Russian roulette. Eventually, it's going to get you. That might have been a bad analogy. I apologize.
Wow. No. It's the truth, man. You play with fire, you're going to get burned. For sure.
That's probably the better analogy, actually. But he's all the way up to 13th with all this aggressive driving,
From
though.
28.
Wesley,
From
you
28.
gotta wonder what's that doing to his tires, though. Tire wear is an issue here at New Hampshire because of how flat it is. There's no banking. You're going into those turns at an awful high rate of speed. It definitely wears on that right front. I can't imagine what his tires are going to look like when he's done doing all this.
And by the way, here's something to think about too, John. Is there 3 wide again? Edson in the middle between Comstock and Kelly, and now Falkenham closes in on that again to move to 12. We're closing in on 40 laps, and nobody's pitted yet either, except the cars that had damage.
Yeah, and I mean, they're going to have to pit eventually. They've got, what, 3 sets of tires plus the one they started with. So, I mean, yeah. Oh, we got a spinner on the backstretch again.
Is that Stenzel, I think, again?
I think
or the
it
41
was.
of O'Rourke?
Oh, is that O'Rourke? Uh-oh.
It's O'Rourke. The 41 of O'Rourke just bonsai'd and zigged instead of zagged into the wall. And we're still green. Hey, you get another half. We're four halves and a half.
It's actually 5, I guess, right? I don't know. How's that work?
If that's 5, you're eliminated now, right?
I guess so, yeah. I'm going to see if I can get a hold of Mr. O'Rourke. He's in the pits.
Oh, this will be interesting. And all the while, Rivera is still the man leading the way. Look at this battle now. There goes Falkenham and Yoakum trying to battle it out for the 9th and 8th position. Beasley in front of them. And all the while, here comes now Edson, Comstock, as well as Glazier. That battle now, here comes Falkenham clearing Yoakum to go into that position, back into turn number 1. All the while, all of this continues along, and I believe John has got E.J. O'Rourke on race control audio. Hold on that thought, guys. We got one spinning, top right, going around, saved it. No caution again. 3 halves for John, and he's got O'Rourke there. That was actually the 31 of Eric Arnold. He saves it, no caution.
EJ, John, you got your ears on, buddy.
Yes, sir.
How bad you damaged?
Damage is pretty bad. A lot knocked the left toe out on the left side. Unfortunately, we're in the infield care center, the Halifax infield care center here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Hopefully, we can get her patched up and back out there and have a little fun.
What
EJ,
happened there?
How frustrated are you with Falkenham?
I'm not. I just, I don't know.
Caution, guys. We got trouble back straight away. A couple of cars have been involved in an accident there. We'll be back with, of course, O'Rourke in a minute. Jatina, Holyfield, and some other cars that are involved. I think it's Livingston in 96. Yellow is back out. 5th time here at New Hampshire. And EJ, back to your thoughts of what you were saying about Falkenham.
I don't have a problem with him at all. He didn't really do anything. I'm just more frustrated at myself because I was just way other people race and no one really in particular, just stupid stuff. People seem to have one brain cell when it comes to this sometimes, and don't worry, I'm right there with them. But I don't know. I was having fun. It is what it is.
This track is a tough one, EJ. It got a lot of us last night, too. I saw your rear end suspension was dangling there on the entrance pit. You'll be able to get back out there?
Yeah, we got 16 minutes of damage, so I might get back out there and try to, have a little fun with the Bristol Comfort boys up front, and we'll see. Hopefully get this Bristol Comfort Chevy Vigil Lane at some point, make the playoffs, and, even if we make the playoffs, we don't deserve to be there because we're running like trash.
Well, hey, man, stop and get you a snow cone on the way back out to the car, right?
Absolutely. Going to stop at the old hook set rest center and the common man and get a nice little snow cone.
There you go, buddy.
Lobster.
Good-
Get you some lobster.
Get me some lobster up here in New Hampshire, man.
That's right.
Good
Pit
luck,
stop's
Hank.
on
There
the
you
way,
go.
by the way.
I got a
Thank
bucket
you,
cod
thank
and
you.
a lobster.
Thank you, E.J. O'Rourke. By the way, John, everybody's on pit road. Look out! Here comes. Oh, it's too close to call. They're going to say Rivera beat Brown out.
But did he speed doing it? That's what I want to know. It's very easy to speed right there as you come out of the pits.
Rivera and Brown battling. You know what I miss? I miss the pit road exit cam that we used to have, where you actually could see the race off pit road. And man, they were so cool there.
Some of
Watching
those
that battle
tracks,
there.
it was great. Some of them not so good because it was very misleading because the camera was set up on the wrong timing line.
Yes,
That's
true.
what I
That's
hated.
true. He did my producer.
Our producer.
He is not only a producer, he is an extortionist.
You got the wrong E word. It's entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur extortionist.
Entrepreneur.
Software that
Wow, look at the overcast moving in here, Wesley. That's going to change our track tip if it hangs around. It might cool this track off, give these guys a little bit more grip if it stays around long enough.
Hey, John, he's got me thinking, though, man. We can make another. We got the CRN one to go. We got the CRN pit exit camera. Something like that.
You
Yeah.
talk to them boys at CRN, I'm just saying.
I own
look who's up
CRN.
there
I
in
just have some
third.
other people I got to talk with. All transactions are final, so talk
Copy
to the
that.
money partners. All right, here we go. He said,
Look who's in the lead, and then look who's in third. I think Eric Arnold took fuel only.
so here's the thing, John, and you remember what Falkenham said. He had already pitted and took on new tires before anyone else did.
Yeah.
He didn't pit.
No, he didn't.
And Arnold caught up in the accident, didn't pit either, and he's up in third.
And if anybody can drive a car on old tires, we know it's Falkenham. He's known for that here in the 500, as being somebody that could just get everything he can out of the car and out of the tires. So I would not look for him to be all that worried about staying up front for a while here.
Rhinestone Cowboy. Yes. The Rhinestone Racing Cowboy in the 44.
The Rhinestone Racer, that's what I call him.
Yeah.
It actually works good in the song, too. I'd sing it, but Cody would mute me.
Falkenham, Campbell, Rivera, Parker, Arnold, the top five. Ready to go back for the restart here. Falkenham running all the way on the top of the racetrack. Trying to save tires, you think there, John? What do you think?
Oh, he's done that a lot at other tracks, but I mean, he just does that. I have no idea why he does it. He won't tell me
Saving
either.
tires, I don't know. Sensor fuel ready for the restart. Come on, Campbell, get up in there and make a putt. Oh, wow. He just opened the door for Falkenham and just say bye-bye, birdie.
And that's another thing Daniel's really good at is just playing mind games on these restarts. He's really good at that. As Arnold falls into the clutches here of Kevin DeBrown and company with Rivera on the outside. Remember, Eric's got old tires, pitted on lap 11 last, so these tires are about 34 laps old than everybody else out there. So he's going to be going to the back, it looks like.
Working off of turn number 4, front straightaway, Campbell, Rivera. Wall second and third, Brown behind him. That's the top 5 along with Dalton. Look at now Rivera peeking down to the inside. He's making a run on Campbell. By the way, trouble! Look out, trouble, caution! Oh, no, your over-under is over, John.
Oh, it was
Big
over
yellow
on the last
flag of the
caution.
race.
I'm done. And then, we're approaching yours now.
Yeah, I'm in
might add.
trouble. Six cautions. I got 3 left. But every caution again, by the way, we got to check our replay, find out what happened. Our producers quickly on the scene there to find it. Obviously, you'll see it. Look at this. There is your replay. Thank you, Charles, in the production truck. Better late than never. Here we go. What's this, 3 wide?
A lot of cars up there.
My.
Oh my goodness. No, he's just by himself.
Tony.
Self-spin. Does he get anybody else? No, nobody else got involved. That's great right there. That could have been a lot worse.
Spin and win, if you will, for the 84 going around at Calantoni. Caution coming out again for Anthony M. Calantoni. Caution out for the 6th time and a half, if you will, counting the half spin, if you will. Falkenham, Rivera, Campbell, Brown, Dalton, your top 5. We will step away. We're back in a moment. SIM500 C811. Call before you dig. Cup Series, New Hampshire. This is iRacing on LSRTV. Hey, it's broadcast personality Wesley Outland, and for the second year in a row, the Community Radio Network is excited to also be the voice of iRacing on LSRTV every Monday and Thursday night with the Northwest Racing Series for Cup and Truck. Join yours truly, Justin Prince and Samuel Dyer, every week as they race towards a championship. We're also on the radio in the Triangle in the Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina area at 87.5 WCRN and anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. Click play. Check out the coverage, the power of radio to the imagination of the listener, esports style. We are the Community Radio Network, the voice of iRacing on LSR-TV. Check it out when you can, and replays are always up too.
When do you plan on putting in that new fence we've been talking about since last summer?
I guess I could start tomorrow.
Protect the ones you love and protect your buried utilities by contacting 811 before you dig, either by phone, the web, or the NC811 app. Know what's below before you dig. Visit nc811.org to learn more.
Back here at New Hampshire, he said no jingle. Welcome back. Oh, we're 6 cautions in and a half. Over-under is eliminated for John. I'm 3 away from being booted off the island of Piggy. And I'll tell you what, John, this has been a caution-filled race so far, the opening 50 laps. Your take of things, bud. Oh, he says stepped away. He is... Yeah, John, you're taking this race so far, man. 50 laps in, brother. Oh, okay. Well, we'll give him a few minutes to reset. He's got his headset having some over/under mic problems, so we'll go back and give you the lineup with Buckingham, Campbell, Rivera, Brown, Dalton, Beasley, Arnold, Simley, Mons, Parker, top 10, Glacier, Coleman, Kelly, Edson, Yoakum, Ryan, Comstock, Dairyman. Good run for him, along with Benfield, England, the top 20. And, of course, back here with John. John, you're taking this first 50 lap of the race, brother. Welcome back.
I have to behave. It's been interesting, and I will say and leave it at that.
I think it's going to get more spicy. It's going to be... What did you say in Atlanta last week?
They
put
had
it in a pot and put it to a boil?
They put it in a pot now, but they turned the heat up, so, you know.
That's right. Falkenham is now looking to win this prestigious race in memory of his father, the Lauren Falkenham Memorial 2nd Edition. Green flag back in the air. They come back out of the Geico restart zone. He can't decide whether he wants to go inside or outside. And he works off of 2. Falkenham clearing Rivera, Brown, Campbell hung out to dry. Inside, Dalton there. They're going to go 3, 4 wide, almost into turn number 3 there, Johnny boy.
4 wide doesn't normally work in New Hampshire, but we've seen stranger things tonight. Looks like they're going to single file out, though, until you get back here to this gaggle of cars. 3 wide now with Glazer on the inside. Mons, the meat and the sandwich. Parker on the outside.
3 wide, Mons in the middle. Oh, he makes contact. Parker saves it. He saved it. No caution. Are you kidding me? Saving the race right there for Josh Parker in
right
81.
Now, for right now, well, I'm sure there'll be more coming. But he and Mons are going to lose a lot of ground right there.
That is worth the replay. 81, Josh Parker. Oh, my. Did you see that, John?
I did. I'm amazed at how he saved that. Because these cars, we've touched on this so many times so far this season, Wesley. We got another one out of shape. Mike Kelly, the 2 car, he spins it backwards into the wall. That is going to bring the caution down.
Whoa, hey, buddy, you're going the wrong way. He's going northbound in the southbound lane.
And
everybody
he's going to get
eyes
it
to the bottom to miss him. Yes. Oh.
And this is helping Falkingham. This is helping him beyond measure right now.
Saving tires. You're
Saving
exactly
tires,
right.
absolutely.
Putting him right back in that strategy with everybody else. All right, watch the replay. This is why we're under the yellow flag.
This is
For
Yoakum.
the 7th time of the race here. Wow.
Yoakum working on the inside of Mike Kelly. He washes up a little bit, it looks like, on exit.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And it doesn't take much.
Just got the left rear.
Wow. Man, that's a hard hit, too.
Got the left rear and then just hit the driver's side of the outside safer wall barrier there on the back straightaway. That's why we're under yellow flag for the 7th time. John, I've only got 2 more cautions left, Butter. My over-under is done. Wow, I'm not a
What I want to know is, wait a minute, we didn't ask Cody where he got his information from.
Well, he's already over-under. He's out. He said 6.
Okay.
Y'all 2 are eliminated. I'm 2 from elimination. Technically, we're not halfway yet. Can we change our numbers? Falkenham, Rivera, Brown, Dalton, Beasley, top 5. Man, I'll tell you what, John, just what a phenomenal save by Josh Parker. I know he fell back into the top 20 in 19th, and I know that Kelly had his bad luck in the PPG paints machine and spun, but wow, I mean, Parker that was just amazing, saving it in the corner like the way he did.
It really, really was. I'm going to see if I can get a hold of Mike Kelly, the 2 car, real quick.
So we'll try to get a hold of Kelly and the 2 for our in-car communications. Some of the new things we're doing here for our coverage. Don't forget, coming up later tonight, Justin Prince, myself, along with Charles and Jeff on the broadcast call with the production behind the scenes of Pocono for the Tricky Triangle. Next round of the Northwest Racing Series. We're live iRacing on LSRTV and the Community Radio Network, 87.9 FM tonight. Stay tuned for that one.
I've got Mike Kelly here. Mike's car has been pulled behind the wall. Mike, sorry about your luck, man. First off, what happened out there, bud?
Well, I'll just bite my tongue on that one. I think the video probably speaks for itself. Just out there running hard, you know, typical racing with that guy. I mean, he races hard whether it's for the first place or last place. But I checked up for some cars spinning in front of me, and he took it as an opportunity to try to race me, and I beat him down into 1. He was in there, got loose, and I just tried to run my line, and next thing I knew I was spinning, so that was that.
And how bad was the damage? Apparently it was bad enough to retire the car?
It was raceable, but I just racing for fun at this point, and I'm not going to go out there and this hard to race in, and it's hard to run around slow in this environment, just be in the way, so I just parked in front of it.
That's understandable, my friend. Well, look, we hope you have better luck next week at Mike Kelly. I'm sorry, at Pocono, Mike. And, looking forward to watching what you can do next week, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me up. I can be a spectator for the rest of the race with you guys.
Wesley, did you have anything for him?
Man, just hard luck there, Kelly, especially after having such a great run in Atlanta last week.
Yeah, it's not my favorite track. We were out there running around pretty good. I felt like a solid top 15 car, just waiting for, something to happen strategy-wise. Dodged a few wrecks, was running good. Scotty's having a good run, so look forward to next week.
Hey, Mike, if you'd love to stay with us, brother, you can join us as a driver analyst on the broadcast if you're interested.
Yeah, I'll hang out here. You know what, though? I got out of the race, so I can't see what's going on.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You better get out of the race first. Oh, well, I guess you're SOL then.
I'll join back up. I'll just sit here quietly for a minute.
All right, brother. Well, let us know when you're ready, and we'll bring you back into the commentary fold as the pace car drops onto the pit lane. That's Mike Kelly, and we're ready now to go for the restart. Field back to the Geico restart zone, and Falkenham gone again. Brown behind him. Rivera will follow. All this goes on back into turn number 1 and 2. And, John, I got to say this, bud. Atlanta winner. Beasley, hungry, looking for 2. The Tide Rod is up to 5th.
Wow, Edson was way out of shape coming off 2 right there. You're right, Beasley moving himself up into 5th place right here. Looking to take 4th away from Tyler Dalton. Those 2 had a hell of a battle going on last week in Atlanta. It ended badly for Dalton when he got a little bit of a tap in the back through the quad over from Henderson. Spun that car around and took out a few more cars with him, but they are fighting hard, neck and neck through 1 and 2 right here. In the meantime, look at this. You got Rivera breathing down the back of Kevin DeBrown. Well, he was anyway. He looked like he might have something to say about that spot right there.
Back straightaway, they work their way with Falkenham still the leader. Brown right there with him. Rivera will follow in that second spot. As all the while now Beasley and Simley battle for fourth. This goes back out of turn 4. And I'll tell you this, John, hungry is Falkenham. If he could win this race, you heard him say when we came on the air in pre-race what this race meant to him. Obviously, it's in homage and memory for 2 years now, running of his father, Lauren Falkenham. He talks about the stories and the memories of going out here to Martin's, going to New Hampshire as a child. And I know this guy has dominated all year, but this guy's probably driving on pure emotion tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we've been kind of joking around about, hey, can anybody stop Falkenham? We don't want to see him win every race, but I kind of do, sentimentality-wise, want to see this kid pull his win off tonight. It would be big, emotion-wise, like you said, it would be a big win for him among all the other ones he's already got, but still, Real quick, I just want to touch base with something with Mike. Mike, you were out there on track for quite a while tonight, almost made it to halfway. How hard is it to pass out there tonight?
Oh, it's real hard. If you're up there in the top 10, unless a guy makes a mistake. Although I will say we never really got a long enough run in because there's a lot of grip in all the different lanes depending on where you're at in your tire run. So I guess if we get a little bit longer run, it looks like they're single file. But, back in the pack a little bit, they're doubling up. But we were able to run side by side there early on in those runs. But, the guys running single file were killing you, and they were saving their tires as well.
Well, there you have it, Wesley. We were talking about that earlier on the top of the show. Tire wear, how bad was it going to be? How hard is the passing going to be here? And Mike just touched on it for us in a great way there. I haven't driven the Cup cars here, Mike. I don't care to. I don't care for the Cup car, to be completely honest with you. So I wanted to get that from you. Thank you very much for your time there, bud.
Fun times here for some, bad luck for others. And working now the field down the back straightaway. Maybe we can settle in for a lengthy green flag run. 7 caution flags, by the way, in just coming up here in a few laps to the halfway mark of the first half of this race for the Lauren Falkenham Memorial 140. There you see Campbell and Mons battling. This is going on
now.
Yeah, this is yeah. Go ahead.
I didn't mean to walk on you, but I was going to bring up the fact that Mons and the 01 car behind them, Beverly, they've got some
Whoa, Falkenham in trouble.
Way out of shape.
The leader in trouble, 39. Driving down, saves the car, but he is way off the pace and falls into the top 10.
Something is definitely wrong with that car. He's losing another spot now.
He just got loose.
We're hearing from Kelly that he got loose down there, but still, wow, he's just having a hard time getting. And Mike, I noticed this, when the cars get loose, it takes about a lap for you to get the car to really drive the way you had it driving.
Yeah, I got trapped up high there one time and got the tires angry, and I lost about 4 spots. It's like ice when you get them angry there. He is still on his his second set of tires. I think he got out of sequence.
Yeah, he did. He pitted
Yep.
lap 20 something, I think, when he got in that big accident and changed tires. Now, what I was talking about was Beverly and Mons. Keep your eye on those if you can, because those two have some history from last week that was really never resolved between the two of them. They had a little contact. Beverly drove off the track, and according to one driver, drove back up and took him out. According to the other one, it was an accident. So, yeah, come see, come saw. We'll see what happens here. But, yeah, 2 guys to keep your eyes on.
They weren't sent to the SIM500 Cup Series Oval Office to sort this out, fix things?
I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of said trailer.
Oh,
Back
man.
up front, though, DeBrown leading this thing. Kevin looking to turn his luck around. He pushed Beasley to the win last week. We're going to see if he can steal one tonight.
How about my satellite teammate Nelson Red?
Yeah, what's going on with Nelson, man? He disappears, he comes back, and boom, takes the poles, running top 2 right now. Led a lot of this race so far. What's the digs, man? What's the story? Tell us, Mike.
Well, he runs a lot of the NASCAR iRacing Series open setup stuff. So this must be real similar to what he's running on his open side, and comfortable for him because he's definitely looking good out there tonight.
I completely forgot about that until you mentioned it. I had heard that and talked to him about that a couple of times. And there's such a huge difference usually between the setups in fixed and what you would run in an open series. What can you tell us about that?
I don't do a lot of the open stuff, but generally that is very true. They're just not very close. But every now and then, you know, you'll hit something like this, possibly. I mean, I'm not saying Nelson can't run good otherwise, but I mean, if he gets something where he's got a lot of practice in and it's comfortable, he's very fast. So like I said, I'm just assuming it's driving a lot like his open setup this week, and comfort is a big factor on this track. So if he's comfortable, you're seeing the results of it here, running with Kevin Brown, who's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
and
say
I mean,
I agree with you on that.
I'll take it a step further. It's all about, you know, being comfortable in this car too. I mean, this car is a beast to drive. It's just so quick to get loose on you for no reason at all. And for somebody to come out here and be as fast as Nelson was in practice and then qualifying and now in the race, it's definitely a matter of being comfortable in the car as well.
Yeah, he runs a lot of laps in this car.
Wow, we got a fight here, Wesley, with Parker and Falkingham.
Yeah, this is a battle going on now for the top 10. Remember, Falkingham had a pretty good lead over everyone else, and then something happened where you said he dropped below the apron, slipped, and lost a lot of ground. He falls back down to the outside top 10 position in 11th, with now Brown, Rivera, Dalton, Beasley, Edson, top 5. Simley, Ryan, Glazier, Coleman, Parker, top 10. And John, we're now halfway at the Magic Mile at New Hampshire.
Way by in Falkingham's tires, I think that's his problem, Wesley. And Mike could probably touch on this. His tires are 45 laps old right now. He's probably really starting to feel some slipping and sliding, huh, Mike?
I'm really thinking he needs the caution, obviously. We'll get the thoughts from Mike Kelly in just a moment, but I do agree with you, John. I really think he needs a yellow flag for sure.
That's just my take on it. I mean, like I said, I haven't run a lot of laps in the A car. Did run a lot of laps in the B car in preparation for last night's race, which I told you earlier I had a mechanical issue take me out. But yeah, I mean, man, tires are important, and I feel like maybe that's what Daniel's problem is, because his lap times are showing significant difference between himself and the leaders right now.
Yeah, just halfway into this race, obviously 7 yellow flags so far tonight at
You're looking a little better,
New
aren't
Hampshire. And I'm 2 away from being eliminated from that for sure. But there's Coleman and Parker. You got to wonder, John, you know, you have that green caution mentality. And then I think finally, I don't want to say you get away the cars that are struggling or the ones that are not the top contenders, by no way of the imagination. But once you weed out the bad cars, we weed out the yellow flags, and you get a long green flag run under your belt, then I think these guys really start getting able to knock these laps off quicker and quicker and quicker here, because this is their longest green flag run of the race so far.
Yes, it is so far. You know, I had a chance to talk to Jeff Burton once back in the 90s, and I asked him a question about this track, because if you remember, Jeff Burton was really good at New Hampshire. Look at Parker making hella moves down there on the inside, kind of, you know, a little bit like Falkingham was earlier. But Jeff Burton said that this is very much a rhythm track. Just like Richmond is, you know, most of your short tracks are rhythm tracks. And what he means by that is the longer you go on the green flag run, the better you start to feel about driving this car into the corners and where to brake and where to get on the throttle at. And so I believe that's a lot to do with it. Even today, here we are almost 30 years later from that interview, and it's still a rhythm track.
Mike Kelly, you back with us, buddy?
I'm here.
Mike, what's your take on that, and what John was just referring to about this racetrack and just how aggressive it is on the handling and the setup and tires? And you got to be patient, obviously, here as we see Coleman and Simley go at it now for the top 10 and 8 spot.
Yeah, patience is the key. Letting your car do its thing, save the tires, momentum, all those things that you can learn, you know, racing a go-kart basically, apply here. And once you get a good feel for it and your car's working, you know, as Jeff Burton showed leading every lap one year, you can really stomp some people down. Oh, Nelson going for the lead.
Yeah, look at this battle for the lead now as Brown under attack. Nelson Rivera trying to get back up in there again. As you see now, the 12 is Simley. Simley getting around Coleman and Glazier. All the while, this battle trying to heat up for the lead. Rivera, obviously the man that was on the pole as the fast qualifier, trying to sneak back up there. But there's that Mobile 1 number 12 of Dimley's car is trying to make some moves on Coleman. Well, that goes on into 1 and 2 there, John.
Making those moves on Coleman, but I really want to get back up on the leaders if we can, because I think Rivera's really trying to prime himself. What happened?
Did Beasley just crash? I think he did. Number 10, Atlanta Tide winner, Beasley. I think he just either spun or he got loose, and he lost a bunch of positions. And meanwhile, there's the battle for the lead.
He did a little half spin like Daniel did earlier.
Up front, we got Rivera diving down the inside on Brown here, going through 1 and 2. Coming off of 1 and 2 right here is really tricky, but he made it work. He's still down on the inside. Drag race all the way down the backstretch, going into 3 and 4, Wesley.
That is amazing. Rivera trying to battle alongside one more time with Brown. Brown on the outside. They work out of turn 4, side by side at the stripe. All of this action going on now. Working now, lap number 79, 80 on the board, 50 remaining here at the Magic Mile. And look at him go. Kelly, this is awesome, man, right here. Side by side, these guys going at it for the lead.
Oh, they got together at the 4-car battle now. Yeah, what you
He
get side by
bonsai'd
side.
him. He bonsai'd him. Rivera got it back, but now Dalton and Brown made contact. Edson right there in that battle now there, John.
Edson watching back here as Dalton gave a little tap to Brown on the outside and said, hey, buddy, how you doing? And I tell you what, this is some close quarters action right here. In the meantime, this is what Rivera wants to see in that rearview mirror wants to see these guys beating and banging on each other so he can stretch that lead out.
Yeah, I think he's faster. It's just so hard to pass. He's patient.
All right, so all the while, Rivera in the 22, Dalton right there with him, Brown in the 93, Edson in the 7. There's your top 4 drivers in the battle here, coming off of turn number 4. Parker, the top 5. You just saw that silver 81. 81 laps, ironically, on the board now there, John, as we are closing in on under 50 remaining here at New Hampshire.
Which brings to mind, I mean, are we going to start seeing some green flag pit stops? Are these guys going to push this thing all the way to the end of the fuel tank? I don't know. I know that Mr. Falkingham, our points leader slash, cult favorite, if you will, to win this race tonight, he's going to be eyeballing that pit stop pretty soon here. He's got lap 25. He did almost 60 laps on these tires, so he's definitely feeling the need for new rubber.
Yeah, I think, when I dropped out, it was going to be close on making it with fuel. So I think there's guys that can make it to the end, but do you want to do 90-some laps on these tires? I don't know.
That's a great question, and that's kind of what I was referring to. I mean, I have not run the A car here, but my God, the B car was miserable to drive after 52 laps on tires. It really was. So I can't imagine this monstrosity after 60 laps. 60 laps on tires.
Yeah, it's better than the B car was, though. It'll be easier to drive longer, but still a handful.
Well, look at
all the while, look at this now going on with Falkingham, and of course also Parker. Parker now trying to come after Brown. This is for the top 5, if you will. Number 81, Parker inside of Brown. This is for 4th and 5th. All the while, this happening, Rivera is still pulling away from him. He's trying to open up a second lead on Tyler Dalton. They go back into turn number 1 there, John.
Clean air, brother. I talked about that at the top of the show. Rivera loves that clean air right now. His tires are just as old as these guys. These guys all have the same amount of wear on the tires, but some of these guys are just better at driving older tires, and especially when you've got that cleaner air. We're watching, I mean, yeah, Parker's good right now, but I think it's also a matter of Kevin Brown falling back because, again, his tires are old. He's not comfortable driving a car that's that slick. Look at that nose just moving all over the place coming off exit right there.
Yeah, that Racing Pride Ford Mustang machine of course, Brown in that 5th spot now, trying to get back around Parker and Edson 2 for 1 if they work off the back stretch. All this going on now with Rivera as the leader here at the Magic Mile. And again, a very lengthy green flag run of the race so far we're seeing, as there goes Bentley Glazier sizing up the all-time starter of SIM500, Georgia's Chad Coleman. He's having a pretty good run here tonight. Both of those cars are, John, in positions number 8 and 9.
Yeah, I think Bentley finally found him a paint job that doesn't get him in trouble, I guess, right? Seems like Bentley was swapping up paint jobs every other week. I like this one. and he's having a great run tonight. We'll see if he can't finally find himself back up inside the top 5, maybe get himself a win for the night.
Pretty good job there. Here comes now Glazier on the inside, coming after Coleman for that spot. That goes on into turn number 3. Comstock right behind him. Shatina, remember, caught up in the caution earlier in the race, has now made his way up into 11th position. As you're going on board now with Chad Coleman trying to get back around Glazier in turn 1.
Hey, that's going to be hard to do. We watch these guys. That's something we haven't touched on at all tonight. They shift. They shift down going into the turns and shift back up on exit a turn into 5th gear about halfway down the straightaway, right about here. Or not. Wow, he's not shifting at all.
And you notice they're not using full capacity either. They're not going into the 5th gear. They're staying in their 4th gear. And, of course, they drop down to probably 2nd gear or whatnot. You see, look at this, what Coleman's doing. He's actually staying in 4th gear.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
He's not even trying. He's not even trying to change gears there.
Mike, did you guys shift at all into 5th gear?
We were shifting into 5th gear as it looked like they were yesterday in real life, about the start-finish line. But I'm just guessing that as they're slowing down here, you could stay in 4th gear. It wasn't hitting the chip or anything, but you were taking it close to hitting the chip. So I would say as the pace has slowed down, they're probably staying in 4th.
That's probably what it was, because, I mean, when I was doing practice laps, I do practice laps on the setup that you guys use, which is the default setup, just to get an idea of how y'all going to run one night. And I was shifting, and I just noticed he wasn't shifting. I was like, well, maybe that's what I was doing wrong. But what you said makes more sense, yeah.
You could possibly you may see a few guys go into 3rd because you can really rip it off the corner, but boy, it was really loose.
I bet Falkingham's going into 3rd. What do you think, Wesley?
Yeah, he's trying to, obviously. We'll have to see
he's been doing everything else.
Falling back. I think he's looking for a late race caution, and we got some green flag pit stops coming in as Coleman just came to the pits. You got giving up his position to the top 10. 38 is in.
Yeah, that's about halfway through our run from that last green yellow.
And that's gonna be about 50 laps to go on this set of tires if they go green all the way. Oh, a quick update, by the way. We are a little over halfway through, and we've got a few guys that have dropped out. Yoakum's dropped out. I believe Wetzel's gone. Livingston's gone. Macklin's gone. Mike Kelly has retired. Mike's up in the booth with us, and a few others. So we started this race with 33 guys because Frieri didn't even start the race. And now Falkingham's on pit road.
Here comes Falkingham on the pit lane, of course.
Yeah.
At one time leading the race, and then he made that mistake where he about spun out and lost the law, that momentum. And now he overshot his pit stall. Wow.
That's going to hurt. But, again, 70-lap old tires, man.
Rough night.
Atlanta winner Beasley, he's in. I don't know, 50 to go. John, money stop, you thinking?
It's going to be the money stop for some people unless another caution comes out. But if it stays green, yeah, you can't mess up right here, and we saw that with Falkingham. However, it's Falkingham. I mean, it wasn't that big a mess up, and that kid is phenomenal at making up spots on track. We saw that earlier tonight, passing people 4 wide on the apron, taking spots, so keep our eye on that. Glenn Campbell now, the Rhinestone Racer on pit road. We saw Scott Stenzel, I believe, back there, or maybe that might have been O'Rourke, I couldn't tell.
Campbell on pit road, the Trans Service entry. Winner of the final winter series event, if you remember back when we covered the Blizzard Cup there. It's here comes now the Virginia 811 machine number 99 coming onto the pit lane. Hey, by the way, want to send some props to our buddy, not only friend of mine, NASCAR official Brian Morehouse, but also a NC 811 call before you dig employee, the guy that kind of got the sponsors for this going for SIM500. He will actually be moving to Virginia and joining Virginia 811.
Oh, wow.
With his job now. So no longer NC 811. I know they'll stay on board as the title sponsor with SIM500, but Brian, good luck in your endeavors. I know he's probably watching, or he'll see the replay. He goes down, and now we see the personal comfort entry of Edson coming to the pits. Glazier is in the pits. Fensel is in. Parker's in. Woods is in. All of this is underway. Green flag pit stops.
It's happening, man. Everybody and their brothers coming down pit road. Now, this is about the time we thought this would happen. Now, here's the thing. Rivera, he's got to keep his eyes on what's happening here, because right now he's doing laps at 32.71. That's 2 seconds slower than his fastest lap of the race, which was a 30.77. So keep in mind, that's with fresh tires. All these guys are going to have those kind of speeds now. So if he stays out too long, he's going to give up too much track position to these guys. So it's kind of a guessing game on once these green flag pit stops start on how long you want to stay out.
Whoa, Calantoni made it though.
Did he? Oh, he made it. Wow.
Penalty. He didn't get it. He didn't have to overshoot his pit box. He was gliding in there, and he made it. Good work there by our cameraman, Charles, staying right there, dead on the 84 of Calantoni, and he didn't have to back up. Got that pit stall done sideways, and back out he goes.
That was phenomenal. Now, me, I'd have put that thing right into the pit wall.
Rivera, Dalton, Brown, Simley, Comstock have not pitted. Here's Jatina. Joey Jatina in that number 14 entry from Alabama. Now being bypassed by some more cars coming after him.
Trey Edson just dropped out.
Oh, wow. Edson just went the 7?
Yep.
Here comes Brown, obviously, giving up the lead. Here he comes. Or he had a good run in the top 5. He's now pitting.
Meantime, Rivera is still out on track. Dalton has closed in the gap a little bit on him, but not much. Still about a 2-second gap back to him. And, man, I tell you, this is, to me, this is a nervous part of the race. Watching all these green flag pit stops go, you're trying to, think to yourself, do I go in now? If I go in, is there going to be a caution? Is that going to put me a lap down? All these things going through your head as we see Justin Mons now, the 49, down on pit road with that amazing paint scheme, that Gamer Advantage paint scheme. I love that.
Yeah, I'm loving that paint job on that Chevrolet Camaro of Justin Mons for sure as he comes in to his pit stall. 4 tires and fuel, obviously the call. Ready for the money stop here at under 40 laps to go here at New Hampshire. Rivera has still not pitted. Neither has anyone else behind these other drivers. I think it's going to be all the way until you catch Parker. And here comes now Benfield pitting. 75 is in.
And I'm watching in the race here in the server, and Comstock has put himself back on the lead lap. Falkingham back on the lead lap. Tommy Ryan. These guys are all passing up Rivera now. So now he's getting to that point where he's giving up ground to these guys. Now, if he can stay out until maybe lap 115, that's about as far as he wants to go, because then he's just not going to have enough time to catch back up to these guys when he pits.
And here's something you got to remember, too. As we have put 100 laps on the board, triple digits now on the scoreboard, and 40 remaining here in this Lauren Falkenham Memorial. It is also the first time tonight that we've had a lengthy green flag run and green flag pit stops, with obviously, John, this changes the entire sequence of this race.
It really does. And I mean, this puts everybody now in the window to go all the way if it continues to go green. But again, like I said, what Rivera's got to worry about right now is how much longer he can stay out and still be able to catch these guys after he pits. Because
I don't think he's gonna.
You think he's gonna try and squeeze it all the way?
Yep.
Oh wow. I don't know, man.
If anybody would know, it'd be Kelly, because obviously he's teammates there with that 22 of Rivera, so he knows the strategy. Maybe
I could go ask Scotty if he's got enough gas to make it.
That'd be awesome.
All right. Rivera and Dalton and Simley, and there you go, John. Maybe the dagger's called where he's going to try to possibly stretch this. As now we see Ryan. He was pretty fast in practice before finally bumped by, obviously, the man behind him, Falkenham, who, by the way, has climbed back into the top 10. They are 11th behind with Falkenham. They're all on the lead lap. 14 cars on the lead lap now on lap number 102 here at New Hampshire.
Lap 102, Eric Arnold just went a lap down. I think he's on pit road. Or he's already pitted, excuse me. No, he hasn't pitted. Oh, wow. Eric Arnold hasn't pitted since lap 80. I'm sorry, lap 11, excuse me. 103 laps ago. Wow. That can't be right.
Arnold, I think he's pitted before then. I really think he's pitted. Remember, he got caught up in an accident earlier and damage on his car. He had to come to the pits.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't our SDK up to date? It's like, it says he hasn't pitted since lap 11. Wow.
Wow.
That's right, yeah. So you guys want the scoop?
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, what you got?
Yeah, what you got, Kelly?
So Scotty's going for it. He's got enough fuel, so I would say Nelson's in the same boat.
Oh, wow.
So Scott Simley is who he's referring to, the mobile one,
Yep.
number 12. As we see, of course, Workman and Arnold now. Wow, going at it with one another. This is current stint. Okay, you see right here, total pit stops 4. He's in 18th. Current stint, 93 laps on a fuel run. Wow, John, holy cow!
I'm astounded at that number.
Hey, but you got to remember though, John, from lap 11 to like what, lap 80 or so, or before lap 65, 70, there were nothing but green caution, green caution, green cautions.
Yeah, but still, man, I mean, he's falling like rotten. And we're watching Kevin England here.
How about
in the same
England,
boat.
man? England in the top 10.
He's in the same boat, man. He's been out for a while. His car is definitely not fast right now.
When was the last yellow? It was like
the last yellow flag was, I think, around lap number 60, 58 or 59, something like that. We've had 7 yellow flags.
Last yellow was lap 55.
Okay, so 55.
And they went and had the green on lap 58.
There you go. So 7 cautions, no yellow flags since then. And obviously drivers stretching out this fuel. I can't believe it. Well, I mean,
Eric Arnold is on pit road now. And that's probably going to put him 2 laps down. It was a gamble. I mean, I'll give him props on that, but wow, that was a big gamble. Now, of course, if caution comes out, that might benefit him a little bit. We'll find out. But we've still got 31 laps to go, 32 laps to go here, Wesley. It's still a long race to go.
Yes, it certainly is, as we see Coleman now in that 38 machine right there with Falkenham. We've seen them a couple of times beside one another. This time, the tap-out tuning entry 38 of Coleman will now clear by Falkenham. Falkenham problems in the beginning of the race since lap number 1. Had to fight, had to rally, got back up to the lead after a cycle of cautions, and he took an advantage of hitting out of sequence and then put him in the lead. And then he had a moment where he was leading and about spun the car out, lost a lot of positions in doing so. And as this race moves to its final 30 laps, he sits in the number 8 position right behind Coleman. Good run there by Ryan right behind him. And Glazier also, John, the top 10 here.
And, hey, I want to point out our leader still has not pitted.
No, Nelson Rivera has not pitted.
Yeah. So he's probably in the same plan as Simley. We talked about Scott Simley. He's looking to go all the way since their last pit stop.
Hey guys, I was looking here. Falkingham made up about a second, 3/4 of a second on Rivera last lap. So if he can do that every lap until the end, but it might plateau out. Their times might get more even as the run goes on. But
I was going to say there's a plateau somewhere.
Nelson's pitting.
Well, leader on pit road. I guess he couldn't go all the way. He was just hoping for caution.
There you go. Rivera coming in. The Lowry Esports Ford Mustang coming in now for his money stop, if you will. He cannot go the distance. Simley is now going to move to second. Josh Parker, John, to the lead. We've not mentioned anything about Josh Parker since probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, a podium finish.
I'm sure it's hard on the lead.
Of course, Parker, of course, the man that, if you will, won the pole at Daytona when the season started. But right now, he's got to run down Tyler Dalton, and he's 2.5 seconds behind him. But you got to wonder, those cars, can they hold off Simley? Or is Simley playing the strategy game fuel-wise to pull this off?
Well, Parker's got newer tires than both Dalton and Scott Simley by almost 50 laps. So
that's a good thing.
Yeah, and like Mike said, there is a plateau. I just don't know where it's at with this car. And by a plateau, what we mean, Wesley, is eventually your old tires are going to be doing about the same time as his new tires will be after he runs a certain amount of laps. It's just a plateau, right? And I don't know where that's at. Oh, here we go. And Jatine on the outside.
Yes.
Wow. And just like that, Joey is down a 10th spot. He's got a 2-second lead over the guy in 11th. If he can hold on to that, he'll get himself a top 10. In the meantime, up front, we've got a great battle right here. Falkingham, Ryan DeBrown, all right there up front. You got Dalton fighting off the Berryman entry, he's getting himself back on the lead lap right there, Sean is. And there goes Parker for the lead.
Amazing here. Is watching Parker now continuing to go by, and Dalton falling to second. Obviously now Parker settling in here. We know he's got the car, the tires, the fuel. All he doesn't need now, John, late race caution. He just does not need that.
And you had to go and say that, didn't you?
I certainly did, because I need 2 more yellows for my over-under to be right.
In the meantime, we see the 12 car Scott Simley kind of falling back now. Those tires are starting to show themselves their wear that they've got, as these guys are just blowing by him right now. Falkingham up to 3rd. He's got DeBrown right there on his tail end. 4th. Tommy Ryan up to 5th. Coleman up to 6th. Simley back to 7th. We'll see if he continues to follow. If maybe he kind of evens out where he's at right now.
Yeah, he can make it to the end, but I don't know if he wants to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he's definitely given up some spots here. Here goes 13 car of Dave Comstock, somebody we haven't talked about much tonight. Remember, man, back in the day, Wesley, Dave Comstock was one of those guys that would sneak up on you. Like, you wouldn't see him at all for most of the race, and then all of a sudden, boom, with 20 laps to go, he's up there in the top 3. But he took a break for a little while from iRacing. This is his first full season back, I think. Am I right about that, Mike?
Yeah, last year he had a girlfriend, so that kind of killed his season.
Yeah.
He still does. He still does, but, you know, now he can get away with more racing.
Yeah.
There you go.
I plead the 5th, Your Honor.
Well, Simley has fell all the way back now to the clutches of the top 10 in 9th position. I'll tell you what, though, Parker looking for that win, obviously. I'm trying to check my stats here.
And Parker has checked out to almost a 4-second lead over Dalton, man. Once
I'm checking here real quickly. I'm checking all this real quick, and besides the pole for Daytona, not a lot of things big for Josh Parker. No wins this year, so if he could pull this off, another winner this year for the season.
And he came really close last week with a 3rd place finish, but he just didn't have a teammate up there to help him. In Atlanta, as we saw, was definitely a play track style race where you needed teammates to help you dance. But this week, it's New Hampshire, completely different beast, and man, he's up to 5.5 seconds now over Dalton. It's like he's got boosters on that car.
I'm looking at Josh Parker. He's 10th in the point standings right now, and of course, this year, 1 pole. That's it. Daytona, 6 top 5s and 8 top 10s for the driver of the number 81 as we move down to the final 20 laps of this race when they come to start finish.
20 laps to go. We're watching Falkingham right now battling it out with Tommy Ryan and Tyler Dalton right ahead of him here. It looks like Dalton's about to lose that spot. That's 3rd spot they're fighting for as Falkingham gets down on the inside of him. And he's going to take that spot. It looks like Ryan's going to try to follow right here, Wesley.
Yeah, all this is going on as these laps continue to tick away here. We're looking to watch 20 remaining, now under 20 to go. Dalton trying to size up some more cars. He's had a pretty solid run here tonight. He's back into the top 5, looking after Ryan, trying to get also after Falkingham, and all the while, almost a 6-second lead for Parker on DeBrown. And there's Falkingham trying to hold off Ryan. All this going on in turn number 3.
I tell you what, Falkingham's got 20 laps. Caution! Caution on the track.
And Dalton.
Caution flag out, 8th time here. And this is after a long, lengthy green flag run, and it sounds like it's going to be the 31 of one of the voodoo cars of Eric Arnold there, John.
No.
Dalton had not pitted yet. So that was a gift.
Do you pit?
Wow.
If you are playing this strategy game
no,
now,
you've got to pit.
You've got to pit, right?
Yeah. And Eric Arnold just flat lost it right there. I think he was a little too low in that turn.
Whoa!
Yeah. But he got lucky, he didn't hit anything. So that's Oh, he didn't.
Oh, wow, what a save. Wow, he did. He made it.
But
he
I'll
saved
tell
it.
you what, if that pace car would have been a solid object, it might have killed him.
Look out, you see, pace car even getting on the binders to miss it.
That pace car's got the grip hack. Did you guys see that? Wow. Well, here we go. Pit stops. You were asking about them. Here they
Money
are.
stop. This is your money stop now.
Everybody's on pit road right now.
Wow. No mistakes when you come to the pit.
I take that
Mons
back.
did not
Mons
pit.
stayed out.
Mons did not pit.
I thought
Wow.
Nelson
Money
might stay.
stop. Everyone is coming in. I mean, what is it? It's lap 55, last caution, 55.
Yeah, but Mons
122. So it's almost 70 lap green flag run you've had.
Mons only has 26 laps on these tires compared to everybody else. But man, look at who's behind him. Parker, Falkenham, the Brown. I mean, oh, Wesley, buddy, hang on to your britches.
Spicy. It's getting spicy. Come on, baby.
We got the boil. We got the boil rolling in the pot. We're gonna throw the crawfish and the spice in there now.
Crawfish, I swear.
Hey, don't knock it till you've tried it, brother.
Hey, I've had crawfish, low country boil. I've had it.
No. Did you eat them down here in Louisiana? Did somebody from Louisiana cook them crawfish?
No, I was in Mississippi though when they made it.
No, that doesn't count. Them mud eaters over there. Back to the race.
Oh, wow.
I can't believe this decision on Justin Mons, man. I mean, I kind of can because there's only going to be 17 to go, but, I mean, everybody pitted here. Literally. He has no cushion. You know what I'm saying? He needed at least 3 or 4, maybe 5 cars to stay out with it.
This is the equivalent of bringing a knife to a gunfight for 49. Am I right, Mike Kelly?
Put a fork in him.
He's done. That's
Oh,
it.
man. And by the way, 8 cautions. I have 1 mulligan left before my over-under is done. So
folks, don't
9.
Yes, you did. Don't be fooled. Kevin Eland's just trying to get a lap back, taking the wave around. But yeah, Justin Mons.
Kevin's done a good job tonight, by the way.
Yeah, he's kept all his fenders on it better than I did last night. But again, in my defense, my headset died on me. I technically didn't bring the caution out, so it does count.
Don't forget, coming up later tonight, in about an hour's time, less than an hour from now, we'll be right back with coverage of iRacing on LSRTV and on the Community Radio Network for simulcast coverage of the Northwest Racing Series. That will be from the Tricky Triangle Pocono. 2.5 miles. Going to be fun.
Oh,
Justin
we're going
Prince
back
and
to green.
myself will be
The
back
lights
with
are
you
off.
for that one. Yes, sir. All right, here we go. All right.
Real quick. What do you think here, Mike?
I think it's going to be a very interesting race from here on out.
I think we're going to stack up the field behind them. I'm sorry. I think slow traffic's going to be in fast traffic, and we're going to have a crash.
And he took the inside lane. Like he's just cursing himself here. Oh, my goodness.
I would have stuck the outside.
And look who's on his bumper.
Behind him. Who's behind him? Yes, sir.
Mr.
15.
Oh, my
15
goodness.
laps to go, but the field comes back to the Geico restart zone here in the Lauren Falkenham Memorial. Green flag goes back in the air. Oh, my goodness. Mons, he might have something up his sleeve. He is pulled away from the field on the restart, but they're swallowing him up like they on a hook in the corner. Here comes Parker.
Oh,
Parker's hungry. Falkenham a little shot in the shorts of the 49. Oh, he got him loose 3-1. Parker, you can't block all the lanes.
He tried to, though.
Who do you block? Who do you block? Oh, my.
Oh, contact.
Brown and Falkenham contact. Mons in the middle there. And just like that, Mons falls back to 4th. 14 to go.
He ain't done falling. Somebody unhooked his lifeline. He's going all the way down the cliff. In the meantime,
free falling.
Yes, sir. Free falling. Parker up front. He's looking at that mirror right now. What he wants to see, Falkenham and the Brown go at it. And
three wide. Oh, Glacier. Look at that, John. He tried to get up under Dalton. He almost got into Mons again. And this is that slow car. No offense to Mons. Loving the body, loving the rap job. But
he's out of shape. He's out of shape. He spins it. And there's a caution.
Look out.
Oh, wow.
They all missed him at the start-finish line. Caution is out.
Oh, somebody spun. Who's that? Who's the other car spun? Holyfield.
Is that Holyfield's car? 9th caution of the race. 13 to go. Here's your replay. Wow.
And that was just a case of old tires. He was trying to get too much out of these tires. He's in there with all these guys that are just so much faster than him. It's nerve-wracking. And he had a little contact right there, which probably started the ball rolling for him on a loose exit. And it just worsened from there. He almost caught it, just got a little behind on the steering right there. Comes up into the field right here. Holyfield, down low to miss him. And just, I don't know if he missed him or not, to be honest with you. My goodness. Right along now with Ron Holyfield up on the roof cam. That's another one I did, by the way.
Man, oh man. Let's go on board now with, I think this is Holyfield.
Yeah, it's Ron Holyfield.
Gun permit. I guess it's the Second Amendment.
Second Amendment, yeah. Now,
Here we go. Watch
yeah,
this.
there's way up ahead of him.
Did he just clip him? Did he get him?
Yeah, he just clipped him a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, man. Skip to Malou, my darling. 12 to go. 12 to go. Oh, my.
12 to go. Everybody stays out now except Benfield, Mons, and England, and Holyfield. They all
We're at 9. We need no more cautions, okay? We got 9. I'm being your race director now. We have 9 yellow flags, people. No more yellows.
You're taking Joey's role. Come on now, guys.
Come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
Is that what he sounds like?
You know, well, and in his defense, I mean, some of these races we take part in, Mike, I couldn't be Joey. I'd kick everybody out of the server.
I've been there as a Sunday night admin. It's like herding cats, let me tell you.
I know. Meow. That's all this. I'm not that bad anymore. I'm not as bad as I used to be. If I could just get my equipment to cooperate, I'd be doing great right now.
Those races are one in the shop, you know.
10 laps to go when they come to the line, guys. It'll probably be about a 9 or 8 lap shootout. Remember, there is 2 attempts at a green-white checker over time if necessary.
But everybody's good to go on gas. That's the good news. The bad news is cautions breed cautions. We've seen that time and time again, especially at these tracks like New Hampshire. If I'm not mistaken, Mike, you can probably clarify this for me. Didn't we use up both GWCs last season at this track?
Boy, I'm too old to remember that.
I know, right? If you ask me something that happened like last Wednesday, I'm going to be kind of cloudy on it. I'm just telling you straight up.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see anyone getting around Parker, but there's a couple guys that are going to be trying really hard.
Well, I was going to say, depending on what lane he chooses, which I think he's probably going to go with the outside lane. We've seen that on most restarts tonight. He'll probably have Falkingham either behind him or he's going to have Tommy Ryan behind him. And we know that both of those guys can be a little on the aggressive side when it comes down to the last 10 laps of the race.
Yeah, I mean, they're all teammates, and, you know, Josh needs a win to get in. He's not real high up in the standings, but it'll be...
Oh, so it is win and get in?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely win to get in.
I did not know that. For some reason, I thought Joey said it wasn't.
You got to win and then be in the point standings for a certain amount, too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, top 20.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, right. Okay.
Yep.
Well, here we go. Lights are off on the pace car. These guys are going to bring it down through 1 and 2 right now, down the backstretch real quick before we go green. Wesley, what's your thoughts on this restart?
Crash. My runner is in trouble. That's all I'm going to say.
Mike, what's your thoughts real quick?
That you just said.
Crash.
Oh, boy. It's unanimous.
Having an agreement.
It's unanimous.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you talk about you put the pot in the boil there, add that crawfish, mudfish, whatever you call it about Mississippi instead of Louisiana. Now you just turned up the wick, and everybody's going to be aggressive, especially the third place car. Daniel Falkingham, he wants to win this memorial race in homage and memory of his father, the Lorne Falkingham Memorial. We're ready. 8 laps to go. Parker gone like a thief in the night. He's hungry. Junior Motorsports 81 dives into turn number 1.
Falkingham's got to clear Dalton now. He does not have any time to waste trying to get around the second place car of DeBrown, excuse me. If he can clear DeBrown, he's going to set sail and go after Parker. But I'm kind of with Mike on this. I don't know if he's got enough time to catch up to Parker and then get by him without putting the bumper to him.
There's the thing. Josh Parker, before the yellow flag came out, most recent guy that had probably more tires and fuel than anyone else, and put himself in an awesome spot. You see how strong that car is. And 7 to go. Falkingham to second. Brown third. They're getting a little antsy behind it there, John, though, off 2.
Oh, yeah. Getting a little antsy back there. We're getting 2 wide, 3 wide. Car's wiggling off the turn. Joey, you need to dive down the inside there.
Caution!
Oh, my goodness. Not what Parker wants to see.
It's not what I wanted to see.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that Arnold again? No, it's Benfield. Benfield's car, number 75. And everybody has failed in the over-under game tonight. I've lost by 1. Oh, so close. Here's your replay. Stony Benfield 75. And mind you guys, this was actually a minor wreck. The big one's coming. I really feel that.
Yeah, I'm shocked that brought out a yellow.
Oh, he just lost. Yeah, he didn't even go all the way around. Well, it's because his speed dropped down to under 30 miles an hour in the racing lane.
Caution. Yeah. That's a fake caution. Should call that one back.
Good luck with that, truck.
NASCAR caution.
Should call that caution back, darn it. Oh.
Man, I feel bad for the 2 guys up front. I really wanted to see them. I mean, they're still going to get the race to the win. Don't get me wrong. We got green, white checkers and all that good stuff. But, man, this just adds to the drama, you know?
Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. Oh, yeah. No. Hey, come on. That was my half, John. Come on. Give me that. That's 9.5 for Wesley. You got to give me that. That's a half. Well, actually, it brought out the top. I know, Charles. You and your rules. You and your rules.
Rules is what separates us from animals, boy. And have opposable thumbs, yada yada. I know.
That's the way. That's the way the mom.
Oh my God!
What did you just? That's
no,
the way the mom.
No, we're not gonna. We're not gonna repeat that over the air.
I am like Ron Burgundy. Okay, I've told you. He says something in my ear. I repeat it. Okay, I'm not repeating that.
Mike, did you hear what Cody's saying? Are you able to hear that at all?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can hear me. Oh, yeah, you can hear him.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know. Now, you see what I deal with on a weekly basis? Now do you understand why I get confused sometimes?
That's what's going on, huh?
That's my excuse, yes. It's my story. I'm sticking to it. Oh, here we go, Wesley.
All this chaos and mayhem in the booth is lead 4 and make it 3 to go now.
So what do you think, inside or outside choice?
What did you say? Invest $100? He is an extortionist, people.
He really is. I'm going to side with you on this.
I've told you, John. 3 to go when we come back to the restart. Can they go back to green in the scheduled distance, John?
Yeah. If we, well,
they're going to take 1 to go this time by?
If they take 1 to go this time by, yeah, it'll be a green, white checkered unofficially, if you know what I mean. But, yeah.
If they have not reached overtime yet.
Not yet. Hey, this is what happened last week, too. Remember that now. We went back to our final restart with the green, white checkered to go. And
yeah, never made it to overtime, though.
Yeah,
never made
it didn't. All the mayhem happened after the white flag fell.
Kelly was a part of that crazy mayhem.
I think he was. Weren't you, Mike?
Goodness, was that wild, dude.
Yes. Got back up.
Lights are off for the pace car. So
wow, and he takes the inside line.
We are going green, white checker. Look at, he opens the door for Falkenham on the outside.
He'll be gone.
I was going to say, I got to go with Mike on that call because here's why. When SIM500 and I guess iRacing turned off the new restart zone because of all the issues they've been having, they put the restarts back in the driver's hands where he can go anytime he wants to now, anytime he wants to now. And that gives such a huge advantage to the driver that's starting because the guy on the outside's got to both keep an eye on that guy and stay in his lane and, you know, make sure he doesn't spin the tire. There's just so much going on. It's, you know, it's not, I call the restart zone the great equalizer, and they kind of took that away.
And speaking of the Geico restart zone, they are coming into the box now. It is green, white, checker. Turn 4, green flag back in the air. Parker, gone. Falkenham outside.
But that's where he wants to be.
The scheduled distance.
Oh, wow. A little push up there by 93 to Brown. And this is what Parker wants to see right here, Wesley. He wants to see these guys door by door beating and dragging on each other here.
Right.
That's going to give him everything he needs to get out to a nice lead right here. If we make it back to the white line, the checkered flag, the start-finish line, get the white flag, it's going to be official race.
They come to the white flag. Race is official. Here they come at a turn number 4. White flag. CRN 1 to go. Is in the air. 1 more lap to go. Final time into turn number 1 and 2. Josh Parker. He is pulling away. Falkenham trying to win the race in memory of his father, but he's in second spot. Final time to 3.
Final time to 3 right here, coming down with it through 3 and 4. We got 5 wide in the back of him, by the way. It doesn't matter. If they wreck, the race is still going to be over. Coming through 4, here he goes, Wesley.
Josh Parker comes off of turn number 4. Besides a pole at Daytona to start the season, he has now finally gone to victory lane, punched himself a ticket if he can stay in the top 20 to go to the playoffs, and he wins the Lorne Falkingham Memorial 140 at New Hampshire. Falkingham, Daniel, son to Lorne, will finish second. Kevin DeBrown third, and again for 2 weeks in a row, still in the scheduled distance with a green-white checker here tonight.
What a race. What a great race this was. I mean, so many ups and downs for so many guys in the field tonight. We had one of those guys up here in the booth. Mike, thank you so much for your time sitting in with us tonight, man. And we see a guy bring home a victory who really was hungry for it, and then kind of a heartbreak with Falkingham finishing runner-up.
Yep, thanks guys for having me up here. It was a blast. Anytime I crash out, I'll be glad to sit in with you.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Mike.
We appreciate it. We wish you better luck next week, brother.
Man, the celebration's on for Josh Parker. Couple of podiums this year, couple of top 5s, besides a pole at Daytona in that 81 Toyota. This is the big win of the year for him here tonight at New Hampshire. There's Josh Parker celebrating. Daniel Falkingham will finish in second. Kevin DeBrown third. Tommy Ryan fourth. Chad Coleman is fifth. Bentley Glazier, David Comstock, Scott Simley, Richard Beasley, Tyler Dalton, your top 10 here at New Hampshire.
Coming home 11th, Nelson Rivera, the pole sitter. He kind of had a really rough night there for a while. Anthony Calantoni, 12th. Justin Mods, 13th. Eric Arnold, 14th. Sean Derriman in his second start here, 15th. Kevin England, 16th. Dwight Beverly, 17th. Charles Woods, 18th. 19th, Doug Sigmund. 20th goes to Glenn, the Rhinestone Racer, Campbell.
21st will go to the driver of Joey Jatina. Stoney Benfield, 22nd. Scott Stencil, 23rd. Ron Holyfield, 24th. Bobby Wetzel, Brian Wortman, and Trey Edson, Randy Yoka, Mike Kelly, Gerald Livingston, and the rest of the rundown will also include E.J. O'Rourke, Brian Macklin, Ed Burrell, and Robert Ferreri III. Unable to start the race for the number 77. Well, coming up, Magic Mile, post-race wrap-up, finish line. And we are getting ready to set that up and grab a word with our top 3 on the podium. Stick around. It'll be very, very quick because we have a fast turnaround for the Northwest Racing Series coming up later tonight at Pocono. Congratulations again, Josh Parker. We'll talk to him in a moment. Welcome back to coverage iRacing on LSRTV. It's time for the finish line post-race wrap-up. Wesley Outlet, John Mushkin. Thanks again to Mike Kelly joining us a time or two here tonight after he went out in the race. And we're going to grab more of the top 3 of the Lorne Falkingham Memorial 140 here tonight. Winner, of course, is Josh Parker. We'll talk to him in just a second. First on the podium, Kevin DeBrown. Kevin, some highs, some lows. Your take of the Magic Mile and surviving on the podium. Pretty wild race here tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was wild. Was hoping we'd stay out front there for a while, but ended up burning our stuff up, and see, it costed us a bit. But yeah, happy to take a third.
Well, Kevin, that third place is your 7th top 10 on the season, man. 7 out of all the races we've run tonight. That's not a bad percentage, brother. Talk to me about your race.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's pretty good. Stayed up front all night. I just wish we saved tires a little bit better. Kind of wish the caution didn't come out at the end. I'd have been fine with second. But, you know, like I said, third, we'll take it.
Got any sponsors you want to thank, buddy?
Yeah, Chris Booth, Painting the Beautiful Paint Scheme, Racing Pride for coming on. You guys for showing the beautiful broadcast. SIM500, and yeah, I appreciate it.
There you have it, folks. Kevin DeBrown, third place finisher tonight. Thank you so much for your time, Kevin. Good luck next week at New Hampshire.
Thanks.
And yeah, it looks like we've lost Wesley, so I'm going to go ahead and continue on with tonight's second place finisher. That's Daniel Falkingham in the January 31st Chevy ZL1. Daniel, man, what a rough night. You had ups and downs all night long, starting and qualifying with a rough ride there. Qualifying run, a few incidents, some damage, but in the end, you're able to come runner-up. I know it's not what you wanted, man, but you got to look on the bright side. It's a much better finish than most folks would have been able to salvage from the night you had.
Yeah, usually I'm never happy finishing second, but considering I crashed qualifying, got wrecked twice, was on old tires and wrecked out 3 times, and went through all the pit strategy and all those late race restarts, I'm very, very happy I even was in the top 3. And Josh there, I kind of owed him one after I wrecked him at Gateway on accidentally, so glad he was able to finally get one. I know he's had a long one coming, so congrats Josh. But yeah, very happy with how we turned out. Of course, I would have won the win at the home track, but like I said, after the night we had, P2 ain't too bad. So we'll definitely take it. It was definitely a fun race once the cautions all cleaned up and we were able to get some green flag racing.
Yeah, that green flag run was amazing to watch. So, talk to me about your sponsors, man. Who do you want to thank?
Yep, just got to thank January 31st, First Everybody Life 207 for all the support. Also got to thank you guys for on the broadcast, everyone at SIM500, all the admins, Joey, who runs the show, everyone races each and every week, everyone at Team Name, Josh, congrats to him on the win, Chad, David, Kevin, Richard Beasley, and guess anyone else I'm missing, but thanks to all those guys who we race each and every week. Thanks to my team at North Force Racing, Preston Gilson, the whole crew over there, and my teammates, Sally Gary, Daniel Budfuco, Parker White, Colt Salick, and everyone over there. Just getting ready, and Wyatt Tinsley as well, getting ready for race 2 of the second round of Road to Pro on Thursday night at Pocono. So we're full steam ahead on that, looking for a good race to keep going over there. So thanks to all those guys who allowed me to do this. Thanks to Cosman for painting up the paint scheme. Thanks to all the fans watching each every week. And thanks to friends and family for the support. And thanks to Joey for dedicating this race to my father as well. So very special race. Glad we could bring him a good one.
Well, hey, man, I know that your dad's looking down here with a big smile on his face right now. Great finish for a rough night. That's a never give up attitude. Congratulations again on your second place.
Thanks, John. Y'all have a good one.
You too, buddy. There you have it, folks. The second place runner-up car of Daniel Falkingham, that 39 car, which leaves us none other than Josh Parker, our winner. Josh, this is your second top 3 in a row. Actually, more than that, I think. But, I mean, last week you had a great run, almost came up with a win. Tonight you did it, buddy, and you did it in great fashion with a dominating run. Talk about your race.
Yeah, it was a fun race. I was kind of pissed that I saw the yellow at the end there because I just thought I was going to end up getting another one taken away somehow, some way. But when I saw the 49 stay out, I thought it was for sure going to happen again. But
you weren't the only one.
Yeah, so it was a good race. I just ran. I tried staying patient, just let the race come to me after seeing everyone get wrecked in the first lap. So it all played out my way, and yeah, finally got I think I had 4 second place finishers in a third this year. So that was about time I won.
Well, man, it was definitely a drama-filled race. A lot of ups and downs for pretty much anybody that raced tonight. We're glad you pulled off the win. I'm happy for you, brother. Real quick, who do you want to thank for your sponsors?
Yeah, thanks all you guys for doing the broadcast. Sorry to Dan about his father from last year. We always dedicate this race to him, so it's my home race as well, so I always try to win it. So thinking of Dan and everyone over at Team Name, Chad, Beasley, Kevin. Shout out to Nelson. Nelson ran a good race. He picked the wrong strategy, I think, at the end. He was trying to make it, but he ran in a really good race up front all day, so shout out to him. And yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks. Josh Parker, tonight's winner. Josh, go celebrate the win, my friend.
Appreciate
and remember,
you.
You've got Pocono next week, so another similar track. How do you feel about it?
Oh, man, I love Pocono. This is a great stretch for me. Pocono, New Hampshire, obviously now won Pocono, and then in the Indy, the Oval. So those are really good, strong tracks for me. I think I've set on the pole in the Coke Series at Indy, as well as Pocono. So I have a lot of races there, and I run very good there.
All right, brother. Looking forward to seeing some good things out of you. Talk to you later on, man.
Thanks.
There you have, folks. Your winner for tonight at New Hampshire in the Lauren Falkingham 140. And so we're going to do a real quick wrap-up on this. That was tonight's race. Fantastic race. A lot of cautions. Not a lot of cautions, but 9 of them. And I think, was it 9, Charles, or 10? 9 cautions. But we spent a lot of time under green, too. A lot of straight green flag run there. And then Josh Parker pulls out the win. Falkingham comes home second. Kevin DeBrown, I'm sorry. Kevin DeBrown third. I had to look back at my stats. So we're going to wrap this up here at New Hampshire. We'll come back next week, same time, same channel for Pocono. And it's going to be a great race, so make sure you tune in. Next up for these guys, they're doing the Northwest Series tonight, so stay tuned for that. My name's John Mushin for